Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hi, Chad King. What is up? Hello, Royal Wednesday. And Storm, Elite, and all you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Do I have anything to say? Despite what the title says? Not really. I just baited all you guys here. There's nothing going on, dude. There's nothing going on, dude. I go onto fucking YouTube, right? Wait, does it show my, what the fuck? Where's like, what? Why isn't it showing my screen? Hello? I go onto YouTube. And what is there to watch, right? What is there to watch? Well, I'll go onto my main, so there's better subscriptions. Are you friends with Papa God? I suppose. I haven't talked with him in a while. Stardust. Yawn. Bunk. Yawn. Glink. Preparing to go camping in the woods. What? Where else would you camp? I guess Ricky Berwick's eating pizza live. Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Literally nothing. Tommy C and Papa Gut naming their videos the exact same thing. Jesus. All originality. Wait. What the fuck?
What is good, everybody? So, sorry for no upload yesterday. You know, I was really busy. I know everybody is tearing up right now because I didn't upload yesterday. I know, guys. Cry me a river. But anyway, before we ingrain ourselves in the shit stain that is the Penguin Zero YouTube channel, if you had to choose one person
Holy shit, he's going after Charlie. Wait.
To get advice from, would it be somebody like Sneeko or Andrew Tate or Fresh and Fit? You know, somebody.
It's Sunday, nothing's happening, true? What's up with... Yeah, Dan240p was about to leave the community. Crisis pretty much averted, though. I think he's back at it. Wait, what's up with Dan? What's up with my boy Dan? Dude, he's coming back. So yeah, Dan, he posted this tweet. He said, "I'm leaving the commentary community. They obviously don't want me there. So I won't even bother trying anything there. You might catch me lurking in the shadows, but I probably won't say shit. It's most likely my fault, so I'm doing this to respect them as best I can." You know what? Never mind. Dan is the best. Dan is fucking great, alright? Stop shitting on him. I don't want him to leave the community. Let's see how Penguins he's a beta.
Who dedicates their whole career, or I guess even Hamza in that matter. Would you choose a YouTuber who dedicates their whole career to helping young men on their self-improvement? Or would you rather choose to take advice from somebody like Penguin Zero, also known as Moist Critical? Somebody who is absolutely notorious for being the funniest man on YouTube to ever exist. Now listen, before I actually get into making fun of this guy, I know that a ton of you guys watching this video are already like fans of Moist Critical. Not that that's actually going to do anything, not that it's going to make me stop going harsh on him, but don't just dislike the video and leave like a fucking loser, okay? Be able to actually handle some sort of critical thinking and being able to express your freedom of speech, because I think Moist Critical is an absolute fucking loser, and he's probably one of the most boring people on YouTube, and he doesn't deserve 11 million subscribers at all. So Penguin Zero is looked at like this philanthropist in the YouTube landscape. You know, everybody thinks that he's just like this good guy. Like, you know, when there's a drama going on, everybody looks up to Penguin Zero because, oh, he's the funny Jesus smart guy with the funny voice.
However, if the community has to be remade, Keanu Reeves, which I always took as a compliment, 'cause I love Keanu Reeves, I'd suck a fart out of his butt. I will genuinely shit my pants, take off the shitted pants, and then eat the shitted pants. It's been almost 3 days since my last shower, and today I'm gonna be smelling Ethan Klein's asshole. Nobody and nothing smells more asshole than I do. The only thing that might even come close is dogs when they're meeting a new dog and they start sniffing their anal glands. But other than that, I'm at the top of the food chain when it comes to analyzing asshole smells, so we came to the right place. I know I may look like an infantile caveman who voids his bowels whenever he hears thunder.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kinda do.
But it's just my appearance. I'm not actually technologically inept and isolated from the World Wide Web and internet culture. January 3rd is a date that had more importance to me than my own birthday, because that was the day Logan Paul said he was going to respond to CoffeeZilla's investigative series on his CryptoZoo project.
And I think that's literally the only thing Penguin Zero or Critical or Charles White or whatever the fuck, that's the only thing he would be good at. I guess reporting on drama, because all this man does is sit inside and unbox fucking Pokemon cards.
Okay, you guys have no idea how much he has spent on cards in the past week, and if you knew,
It's somewhere between $50 and $100.
For me, one thing specifically, I don't ever plan on selling them. So it's like, yeah, it has that value.
Basically, Tim, do stuff.
Yeah, did you tell him about what we're doing on Friday and how much you spent on that?
Yeah.
Dude, owned. Completely owned, dude. He plays Pokemon card. Dude, what a fucking
Yeah, can you tell me how
loser.
much you spent on that?
Yep.
Yeah,
What a
tell me.
fucking
I gave him a
loser.
range of, like, 100 to
I hate him.
$500. Somewhere in that
I actually
You
hate
know,
him.
I mean, he sits on Twitch and YouTube all fucking day, so, you know, if you guys need, like, updates on
Oh, so fucking true. What a waste of time.
some useless, pointless internet drama, just want your soul to wither away to lose all your dignity watching his shitty fucking YouTube drama videos, then go ahead. Like, I don't know, when somebody got
Wow.
exposed for being a pedophile or, like, a
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm watching. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get me back to the good shit, man. Wait, what? Even YouTube's trying to click me off to
what is good,
Penguin
everybody?
Zero.
So, sorry for no upload yet.
The algorithm's fighting me. Wait, what? I'm right-clicking! Oh my god, I swear I'm right-clicking. What's with this loading? Wait, what?
What is good, everybody? So, sorry for no upload yet.
Now wait for it to fully load so I can right-click. Yes. Yes. This is the shit I'm looking for. Do you see Penguin Zero making a Jaden video? Hell no, dude. Dream is actually ugly. So true.
Actually, technologically and
How much you spent on that?
yeah, the Team Rocket box.
Yeah, can you tell me how much you spent on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
I gave him a range of like $100 to $500. So somewhere in that ballpark.
You know, I mean, he sits on Twitch and YouTube all fucking day, so, you know, if you guys need, like, updates on some useless, pointless internet drama, just want your soul to wither away to lose all your dignity watching his shitty fucking YouTube drama videos, then go ahead. Like, I don't know, when somebody got exposed for being a pedophile or, like, a Twitch streamer is getting fucked on stream by a gay horse, Penguin Zero is, like, literally the first person to make a video about it. Problem arises when Moist Critical starts getting into politics and, I guess, the manosphere kind of stuff. So Penguin Zero, I guess you could say, is very censorious toward, like, the manosphere red pill community, you know, ranging from all sorts of people, like, I don't know, Fresh and Fit, Sneeko, etc. And I'm gonna be completely honest here, in this Fresh and Fit video, you don't even have to like Fresh and Fit, okay? I personally do like them, but you don't even have to be the fucking biggest Fresh and Fit fan ever to just look at this video and see how much of a fucking loser this guy actually is. Get this right, this fucking degenerate right here, all he does is just sits there and talks about how Fresh and Fit are virgins.
Yeah, that's what you want to come in town. So basically, we was watching the same chick.
No, you weren't.
Dude, manosphere videos are so stupid. Like, it actually hurts my brain, dude. Like, the Andrew Tate fucking Fresh and Fit shit. It's just so stupid.
The only thing you've been smashing is your meat into your hand, you liar. This story's already got more plot holes in it than Kingdom Hearts. Why would an NBA player go up to a
I don't have any, like, valid point. I probably do have valid points if I think about it, but it's just, like, the whole, like, this is how you be a man shit. It's just, like, bro, why do you have to put, like, so much fucking emphasis on your gender? Like, yeah, or man, this is what a man's supposed to do. It's like, okay. I don't know. It just seems, like, so, like, obsessive and pointless. I guess if you really want to spend your entire life trying to be the best man possible, then okay, but I'd rather do other
random
shit.
guy
you
at a
know?
pool party to ask for a party later. He's clearly already connected. He found out about the pool party, so why would he go up to a complete stranger at a bar to ask for further advice on partying? And
No haircut. I had no haircut in 2022. Or 2023, no haircut either. It reeks of insecurity, I guess. To me, it's more just like watching videos of other people telling me how to be a better man is just like, what? How are they the better man? I don't know. So
then going a step further to add him on Instagram. That just doesn't make any sense. Unless Fresh and Fit dropped to the floor and sucked his dick raw at the bar in front of everyone, why would this NBA player care to add him on Instagram?
Like I was saying, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high value men and run in the same circles, right?
You have the gall, the chutzpah, to sit here and insult not only the intelligence of your viewers, but insult God himself with the claim that you and the NBA player were having sex with the same women. Do you honestly expect
I actually want to watch this video after. Maybe I'm missing out on the manosphere. Maybe today on stream we can discover what the manosphere is like, because I actually don't know. And people keep telling me to do videos on Andrew Tate. Cover Andrew Tate, cover Andrew Tate. I've just never been interested in even looking into him, to be honest, but we
anyone in the
could
world to believe
discover.
that? And then to have the audacity to make the claim that women go for the same high-value males, you are somehow putting yourself in the same ballpark as a fucking NBA player.
No, you didn't, dude. That's unrealistic. You can't be friends with an NBA player and
Also, wasn't Max BTS show or something like 15, 16? It's probably because he's probably mad at Moist Critical because he watches these fucking Fresh and Fit videos and he's like, yeah, that is how I be a man, because he doesn't have a good father figure. To be fair, I didn't have a good father figure either, but
fuck bitches and go outside and
goddamn,
not be a fucking loser like me and not play with Pokemon cards? What the fuck, dude?
When it comes to
he plays with Pokemon cards? Oh, that's so elementary school.
analyzing asshole smells,
Yeah, well, believe it or not, some people do actually go outside, some people aren't terminally online fucking gamers like you, and some people do have friends, and some people do like to fuck around with bitches, and some people do get laid, unlike you. Now, it's not my business talking
You're 16.
About his monogamous relationship and him having a girlfriend, I couldn't care less. But for all my young men out there constantly striving to improve themselves, get better every single day, would you let this guy tell you that you are insecure and dumb for listening to somebody like Fresh and Fit? Also, Penguin Zero likes to talk about Andrew Tate or Fresh and Fit and all these manosphere people as being misogynistic for some reason. Like, yeah, dude, okay, get 10 bitches in a room and talk to them. I would love to see that. I would love to see the Moist Critical podcast where this guy speaks to 10 OnlyFans models at once and asks them questions.
10 OnlyFans models. I mean, he could do that. He could honestly do that. Like, dude, I don't know. It'd just be 10 OnlyFans models in a room. What questions would you even ask them? How's your job?
Despite being super unfunny and making poop jokes all of the time, this guy's just fucking
What do you value in a man?
dumb, like, honestly.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves, which I always took as a compliment because I love Keanu Reeves. I'd suck a fart out of his butt.
They're all gonna say like muscles and big dick and good personality and kind. That's
This
what
guy
they're
celebrated
all
the fact
saying.
Andrew Tate got arrested
It's not
and he
that
thought that
hard.
they arrested him for a pizza box, which is like the
It's
most
not
recorded.
that hard to find out what's valuable to a woman in a partner. Just think about what any human would want in a partner. Someone supportive, probably someone attractive as well, ideally. You know, it's what?
Shit ever.
Anyway, he made this video, posted it out there, big smile on his face, super excited. I'm gonna get the last laugh. You don't dunk on me. I come in here and I fucking dunk on you. But then a new slam and jammer entered into the equation. The Romanian authorities. You see, in this video, he made a mistake. He included a pizza box from a Romanian pizza place, which let the authorities know that he was still in the country.
Like, you can literally see the fucking background, okay? And you think that the Romanian authorities have no intel whatsoever on where Andrew Tate is? Of course they do, bro. To get into a fucking country in the European Union from the fucking Middle East, they're not just gonna let some random fucking hobo in. Okay, they need to check. Okay, Andrew Tate, top G, come on, get in. So as you brainwashed leftists like to think, it wasn't some sort of fucking pizza
Brainwashed leftists. This guy fell into a
box that got Andrew
pipeline.
Tate arrested, okay? The Romanian authorities
This guy watches too much quartering.
already knew that he was in Romania, and he just manifested it by recording that Greta Thunberg video. Also, this guy who likes to call other men losers and virgins and literally folded and started crying on stream when Sneeko was making fun of him.
With every cult member of Sneeko, I agree. He would beat me in a fight.
This guy who called Fresh and Fit virgins when they probably, oh, let's be honest here, right? Like, in every metric, Fresh and Fit are more successful than this fucking loser. Iron probably has a
Dude, Moist Critical's a loser because he admitted that he would lose to Sneeko in a physical fight. Dude, if you're a real man, you should be able to overpower physically anybody, dude. That's what real men do. And if you don't, you're
body count in
beta.
like triple digits, okay? Maybe even more than that, right? Why is this guy the type of guy to call somebody a virgin? Like, just look at him. You don't look like Jesus, okay? Well, if you do, you probably look like fucking homeless Jesus, okay? You look drunk and homeless in every video. Like, my guy, you just look horrendous, bro. Listen, I don't want to like make fun of somebody's appearance, but you just look fucking ugly, bro. Like, honestly, like, why are you criticizing other men for like how they look and that they're virgins or whatever?
But insult God himself with the claim that you and the NBA player were having sex with the same women. Do you honestly expect anyone in the world to believe that?
Like, bro, like,
Wait, he just zooms into the Pokemon cards? Wait, he just owned
And
it.
women. Do you honestly expect anyone in the world to believe that?
like, bro, like, you think you're slick and all
Oh!
have like the long hair and shit. You think that you have like beautiful long hair and everyone's calling you Jesus and shit. Like, you look like a fucking gorilla, my guy, and orangutan, bro. Like, the long hair and shit. You look like a genuine fucking ISIS member, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. If you want, you can go ahead and watch some of his videos and his
Hell
video
yeah.
on Andrew Tate because it's just an excruciating watch. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's just horrendous. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. W daily grind. Okay, I know I didn't upload the days before. Okay, I'm sorry, man.
No one cares. What was that video called? Pull girls easily? Easily, dude. It's time to learn, guys.
Hey guys, we're Freshman CEO, and today we're talking about all my W's. Stay tuned for it. Alright guys, so you heard my L's, marrying a single mom, getting left out in the cold, basically.
Wait, what? What are his L's?
Alright guys, so you heard my L's, marrying a single mom, getting left out in the cold,
Marrying a single mom.
basically in the car, never came downstairs. But today we're gonna talk about my W in terms of having 3 women in one day. Now it sounds
Whoa!
crazy, right?
3?
But I was kind of foreign to this idea
I haven't had 3 in my life, let alone one day.
of having multiple girls in one day. Because I felt, you know, do the right thing, do the good thing. Have one girl I'm talking to, and that's it. But I met this guy at a pool party. He's an NBA player. I won't say his name for some reasons, but, you know, he's a pretty top-tier guy, high-value guy, right? I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look, bro, you can go downtown, you can go to Brickell, Wynwood, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to downtown because it's a really good spot. And then he's like, yo, bro, are you on Instagram? I was like, perfect, yeah, I am. So I gave him my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me, he said, wait, you know this chick? So he posted this girl's profile, because you can see who's following someone that you just added from like the following list. I was like, yeah, I know her, bro. I used to like do her back in the day. He's like, damn,
I used to do her back in the day.
that's my shorty want to come in town. So basically, we were
I guess
saying the
that
same-
isn't that weird to say if in a bar environment.
same chick. So he's like, yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party Like the next day, come through, I got you. All this time, you know, we linked up the same night at the party spot I was going to. We connected, and funny enough, we dated the same girls, like a bunch of them. It was crazy, you know. Like I always say, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high value men, and they're around in the same circles, right? I'm at his management party, right? There's like 40 girls and like 5 guys. In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. Like, I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work?
He's never been to a party where there's more girls than guys, really? Okay. Okay. I think the only parties, usually the parties I go to, it's like 50-50. And sometimes maybe it's majority men. But the only parties I've ever went to that are vast majority men are YouTuber parties. That's literally it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's very common to find a party where it's majority women, but okay.
He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you.
Pick 3 that you want. Dude, pick them, dude. Pick them out of the litter. I want strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. Pick your favorite flavors. Here's the list.
I was like, 3 that I want? Is it like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it.
Yeah, usually it is 50-50, or maybe like 60-40 guy side or something like that. But
so I was like, yo, I like her, and her. He goes, talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here, do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened?
That easy? Damn, I just pick them and plow? Let's go! I don't even have to talk to them. I don't even have to text them. I don't even have to know their fucking name. Let's go.
Like,
that's how you pull girls easily. You get a fucking NBA player to bring you to a party with a bunch of girls and then just fucking get them spoon-fed to you. That's how you pull girls easily.
I talked to them real quick. They were mad cool. And legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But
dude, if it was Edwin, he would have had the threesome.
What happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shop.
That's what Edwin thought meeting Keemstar would be like. He thought that Keemstar would be like, yo, look at all these girls on Instagram. We fuck the same ones. Bring them over, dude.
Got her real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night. It sounds crazy, guys.
Edwin would pick 3 guys. Yeah, he'd be like, pick any 3 girls you want. He's like, I don't know, dude. That guy's dick's looking juicy over there.
But there's a whole nother world outside of the regular dating circle where guys of high value can actually like set up certain things that regular guys can't. So translate.
I can't even like make fun of like what Edwin's attracted to because I just don't know. Is he attracted to like, I don't know, scraggly ass men? Like I didn't even know what he saw in Savo physically. Like what is like
that into like my own lifestyle. No, from Instagram, I say, you know what? I can have 3 in one day. Why can't I do it myself? Learning from Deals on Demand that you guys are gonna learn if you bought the course. We're gonna re-release it soon.
He has a course? This guy
maybe like next month. That whole setup there can be done for yourself through Instagram or dating apps. Because for example,
that whole setup can be done for anyone. So anyone can just like pull up to a party and have 3 free fucks.
All it is a numbers game. So it's all about scale. So with Instagram, you could DM 100 chicks. Out of 100, let's say 10 hit you up. Boom. You can space out how you want to do it, but that's 10 chicks ready to meet you in person. So I just want to say this.
So more, so that story's completely irrelevant to spam messaging people. He didn't get those girls because he spam messaged girls. He got those girls because he got hooked up with an NBA player or whatever. So like, what does that story have to do with DMing 100 girls? So to pull girls easily, you have to go out of your way to find 100 girls that you find attracted to on Instagram and then individually DM them all. That's not easily. That's so time consuming. Are you kidding me? 100?
This guys, you can take L's all your life, you can take W's, but the point here is that like, you can have whatever you want in this life. You made that choice. So for me.
So just try. That's his advice. Try all the time.
I was at a point where 3 a day was easily done through Instagram, and that's what I did. So like I said before, guys, I took my L's to take my W's. And you know what? That experience of taking those L's made me stronger to get.
This advice is so retarded. It's just like, try and don't let failure discourage you. Okay? I could pop in a fucking dating advice video from 1904, or no, when was VHS invented? I don't fucking know, not that long ago, like 1980. I could put in a VHS from 1980 and it's like, this is how you get girls. Don't be discouraged when they leave you. There's always plenty of more fish in the sea. Like fucking VHS quality. What? 3 girls in one day, dude. He's so fucking happy.
Get my W's. So all I'm gonna say is, guys, you're gonna go through hardships with girls, life, whatever it may be, but don't let that hold you back. Keep going.
You're gonna go through hardships. I think the type of person who would want to fuck 3 girls in one day isn't the type of person who is going to be looking for a relationship and having heartbreak and shit like that. Like, oh, I need a wife. Let me go plow 3 and then see which one I like the best to marry them. Like, are you kidding me?
I'll learn how to get what you want. All right? So
Fuck
guys,
first.
check us on
talk
Monday,
later.
Wednesday, and Friday. Fresh Fit Podcast, 6 p.m. EST.
This guy has 1 million subs, man. Jesus. Oh, but Moist Critical's cringe for making fun of them. I bet he just said all the same shit I did. Probably just said all the same shit I did.
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male is a guy who calls himself an alpha male and then tries to sell advice to desperate, lonely men.
Hey guys, it's your boy Fresh Prince CEO. And today we're gonna talk about all my W's. Stay tuned for it.
Why is the fucking player
love
so
intros
laggy?
like these.
I'm trying to make it 2 times speed. And the video's already 17 seconds in. What's going on? Hello? Charlie is a little too monotone for me. I'm not gonna lie, though. It's kind of...
You get some like wacky wubby dubstep kind of shit going on there with a dumb intro. It is so nostalgic, takes me right back to 2011. Anyway, this is the Fresh and Fit podcast. The entire purpose of the show is to bring women on to insult and belittle them to their face, while also preaching that men should have the right to cheat on their significant other as many times as they want, whereas their significant other isn't even allowed to look at other men. They have to go in public with like fucking horse
Yo, but
blinders
look at
on.
those
If they even summon
Pokemon
a
cards,
you need to kick them in the streets
dude.
immediately because they're a fucking disgusting, worthless whore. It's a lot of horrible, abhorrent shit that they talk about, and I'm sure you've heard of them or seen them before because they've had so many viral clips over the last year of them getting dunked on by the guests they bring on. I'm pretty sure the 2 of them have a humiliation fetish, which is...
Oh, this video's so bad! Oh! I love Fresh and Fit. I got so many women off of them.
But they're also kind of like the Voldemort of YouTube. At least they were for a little bit. They used to copyright claim and copyright strike anyone that would make fun of them or joke about them,
what's
saying
up,
that it was damaging their
Psych
brand or making them look silly, even though they themselves are the clowns in their own circus. They're making themselves look fucking stupid. They never actually won any of their strikes or claims or anything like that.
But today we're gonna talk about my W in terms of having 3 women in one day.
Let me stop you right there. I already don't believe you. It's super hard to think that anything they say is real when they
For some reasons, but you know, so we talk to a guy, head guy, right? I'm at the bar, ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's
NBA team, which I absolutely crushed and became a starter on the squad, setting NBA world records. He invited me to Thanksgiving at his parents' house. I fucked his mom, and then the whole family clapped. That would be more believable than the story he's about to tell from here.
I said, perfect, yeah, I am. So I get my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me, he said, wait, you know this chick? So he posted this profile, because you can see who's following someone they just added from like the follow.
Complete stranger at a bar to ask for further advice on partying, and then going a step further to add him on Instagram.
I don't know, I'm bored. I don't want to watch that. I want to watch a better video. A video made by an alpha man, okay? Here we go. Where's that video? Come on. Wait, I found the meme, but I didn't find the actual video. Did he delete it?
While Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
This Anthony Spade right here. Dude. Is he still here? No way. He's a beta if he deleted. He's a beta if he deleted his channel or his video. Dude. Did he delete his video? Dude, it's a re-upload? Oh my god. What a
While
fucking
Sigma males
beta.
are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Dude, why the fuck is my browser so shitty today? It's actually insane.
While Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Yes, I'm about to learn about women! Fucking red pill coach? Get your daily red. This is your red pill coach. This dopey guy who has like little puppy eyes in his fucking hoodie. He's just like, in his hoodie, just like. Alpha, I'm a sigma, I'm a sigma, I'm a sigma, I'm a sigma. Like what? He's like, yeah, that guy's a sigma. Alright.
Why Sigma males are more attractive than Alpha males. Stay tuned.
This guy gets laid once and he makes this video.
Why Sigma males are more attractive than Alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Get ready. Oh, the menacing tiger. Dude, that's a Sigma walk
Welcome back
right
to the
there.
Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, press the like.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Talk about the allegations. Is anything? I'm gonna check my name on Reddit. Is anyone shit talking? I'm bored. Wait, there is some memes.
CoffeeZilla. I watched her 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks...
Talk about the allegations!
Very real errors with very
Talk
real people.
about
Coffee, you took a shot.
This is why I'm watching. I don't give a fuck about Keemstar's audio levels. The audio levels right now on my stream are probably way too fucking loud because I fucking talk about the allegation. What audio levels? We're 7 minutes. Nice. Wow. Never saw Bowblax share it. Tipster has no spine? Maybe it's just me who noticed, but has anyone noticed Tipster has no opinions of his own? He just follows opinions held by Augie, Nick, and Bowblax. When they start shitting on Flamenco, he starts shitting on Flamenco. When they burn the bridge with Edwin, I'm pretty sure he burned the Edwin bridge first, honestly. Okay. More people need to talk about me more often. I need more attention, dude. Dude, every time I upload a new video, I see all the new comments flooding in, and I'm just like, I need more. I need more. It's not enough. It's not enough attention. I need more. I always need more. Hell yeah, I love the Edwin shitting comments, man. Edwin is a prick. Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah. Last stream I didn't know anything about the Kai stuff. I said that at the end of it, but I looked it up right after, and wow, that shit's intense, man. That shit is fucking nutty. Has Edwin tried to talk to you? Hell no. He wouldn't dare, dude. You wouldn't fucking dare.
Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118,
Let's go. Pikmin. Man has been on a downward spiral ever since. Good. Idiot. So dumb. Yeah, True Spice is like a mod that makes the game really hard. I played it on the max difficulty and I beat the game. I can never do it on stream. It takes so much brain power though. It's like insane, dude. It's insane. You're always like on the fucking edge of losing all your fucking juice. But I did beat it on the max difficulty. It took a while. I had to like reset some days and stuff like that. I beat it in 17 days, I guess. On maximum spice. It's fucking nutto. I can't wait for more Pikmin hacks to come out though. Just waiting, dude. There's like there's like 4 big Pikmin 2 hacks that are coming out that I'm excited for, but gotta wait, dude. Gotta wait. Have you seen Ding Dong from Oni Play's stream where he lays out everything he's been subjected to for... No, but I heard about it. Wasn't it like around the Dream Daddy simulator stuff? Where they were being like homophobic or whatever? Or like exploiting the gay community for money? Is that what you're talking about, or is there a new one? I don't know. I was told some stuff behind the scenes about the Grumps, dude, a couple years ago. Looks like it's not all hunky-dory over there. At least according to 2021. Yeah, as of 2021. Not all hunky-dory over there. Forgot how lame and retarded Fallout 76 is. Yeah, a lot of people were hyped for that game, but it just turned to garb, right? It sucks. Well, I don't know if these like corpses are worth anything. That death was bullshit. Should have had access to my Pikmin earlier. What the fuck? You really... Oh, yeah, it's about the fucking... You should. There's a free demo on, for Pikmin 3 Deluxe on the Switch. So you can try. Dream Daddy tried to overdose and Aaron was said, wait, what? Ding Dong tried to OD? Wait, when was this? Wait, what? Wait, how new is this allegation? When did this happen? What? I've never heard of this. I've heard of the Dream Daddy stuff. But that was this stream was last week and no one's talked about it? Wait.
It's why no one's sharing the stuff that we're doing necessarily either. We legitimately do not hear from anyone. It's even why when Matt just came by earlier.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird because I haven't heard from him in like 2 months now. He'll do things publicly sometimes, but I don't directly hear from him for the most part. Even when we took our trip, he said a thing about maybe hanging out, but when we were out there, I didn't hear from him again.
Okay. Let's read the description. In 2017, Ding Dong and Julian were the only gay men in the office while Dream Daddy was being developed. Yeah, see, I know this drama from 2017. They were showed an early build and offended by what they considered to be tasteless pandering and exploitation of the LGBT community. Apparently, they weren't the only ones, and a group of people were planning on speaking up against it and suggested that Ding Dong and Julian be the ones to speak up first, since they were the only 2 gay men. So DingDong went on stream and said what he thought about it all, and was very fair and rational criticism about the game. But this caused a major backlash from people at the Grumps office, and had people including Susie and Ninja Brian publicly tweeting against DingDong, trying to discredit everything he said. They claimed he was lying about ever seeing the game, and he was just out to get the Grumps team. In response to this, the Lovelies, which are the GameGrumps fans, came to the Grumps' defense and started going after DingDong. They doxed him and even contacted his abusive, homophobic mother, telling her son was gay before he ever had a chance to come out to them. His family was not accepting of this, and apparently it wasn't pretty after they found out. This pushed DingDong to attempt suicide, but he was stopped by Julian. The Grumps never acknowledged this, and apparently told everyone to keep quiet. DingDong talks in the stream about the experience and the shady stuff going on behind the scenes at GameGrumps, covering up the... So I didn't know this. When I was told about GameGrumps stuff 2 years ago, I was never told about this.
Again. So it's kind of on and off with that kind of thing. When I got outed to my family as being gay a few years back, it was pretty bad. It was obviously bad. It was already awkward having a lot of people just kicking me off to the side and abandoning me after telling me to speak up about stuff. The worst of it was I actually had someone, they found out that I had attempted suicide at the time, and they made a quote-unquote joke about how I should have left a suicide note blaming some people they didn't like. Good joke. Really funny stuff. I don't think it was a joke. It was a very tough window during that, and I was still in contact with my mom during that too. I talked to her about some of it, and she didn't seem to care whatsoever. And it's why, once again, the YouTube shit, all of this garbage, it got to be a part of that. It was an extension of it. Because once again, it was the idea of the truth doesn't matter. Whatever people perceive to be the truth, that's all they care about. Doesn't matter what actually happened. And hey, sure, you could be the one person saying it didn't happen because you were there and you were the one impacted by it, but those other people are saying it did happen. And they were the first ones to speak about it. In fact, are they almost like they're trying to control the narrative?
Oh, no.
People don't do that, right?
I didn't know it could do that. They gave me a special animation for it hitting a tree.
Oh, really? But people don't consider that sometimes. A lot of people want to be skeptical of people who are just upfront and honest, because I guess it is weird to be fair. I don't see creators typically wanting to do that.
It's
even back at the time, I had everyone
considered
warning me not
abnormal to say stuff.
I had so many people telling me, "Stop it! You can't say these things," and I had to be like, "Why? It's true though. Because you're not. Certain things aren't supposed to be said."
There's the truth.
Dude, behind the scenes in the fucking... Dude, you think the drama community's snaky? Oh boy, the fucking YouTube gaming community, like the Let's Player community, behind the scenes, oh my god, they have a lot of skeletons in their closet. Pro Jared is the tip of the iceberg. I'll tell you, Pro Jared, I love that drama so much because it exposed like the piece of shits that the Let's Play community really is behind the scenes. But Pro Jared is the tip of the fucking iceberg, dude. It's just... Well, maybe not the tip. It's just like one leak, right? There's a bunch of Pro Jared-esque stories. You know.
You get to work that one back
exactly. Yeah. No, it's just a Simpsons bit. There's the truth, or the truth. That's exactly what it was. And guess what? Every step of the way when we were telling the truth, the public didn't want to hear it either. Yeah. That's why none of this should have been a mystery. It was all being said the whole time. It was there the whole time. It's just people didn't want to listen. And that's why, once again, on my end, I've already been used to that my whole life. I just get to chalk it up then towards that I get to go, all right, just more confirmation. That's why I was going to quit everything this year, too, is because I figured there's no hope here. But in certain situations, I'm doing these things internally, and I probably have more insight on it than people on the outside ever would. Funnily enough, when we spoke about that game years back, we had a lot of experts on the outside who knew absolutely nothing about it, insisting they knew everything about it. Because, you know, those two guys that were there internally there for all of it, why would they know anything about it? I watch videos, I think I'm an expert. No, the outside never fucking understood what was going on internally, and while we were telling people what was happening, no one wanted to fucking listen. 2017, when I hurt myself, a lot of the community was there to celebrate it. I even remember people were trying to place bets on when I was going to attempt it again. No, it wasn't a positive.
Jesus, I did not... I was following the community back then. I did not know that he was going through that. I guess I just don't watch DingDong's streams, so I just didn't know.
The only time people were trying to take it positively is because they were hoping to weaponize it against people they didn't like. I kept telling everyone, you guys know that there wasn't, like, a good guy and a bad guy here, right? Because I can still say that to this point. Not a single person stood up for us in 2017. I keep seeing a narrative going that someone did. Can you guys point...
Who? Not even Chris? Not even Oni? Because these are the co-hosts of Oni Plays. Or the original co-hosts of Oni Plays. Not even Chris Oni?
Point to me where they publicly stood up for us. Can you actually point to that? I'm willing. I'd love to see it. I really would. I would love to see it. Because I remember back at the time being very directly told by people they were not going to stand up for me. I had people telling me that they were done talking to me. I had someone insisting on me to speak up about it, and then as soon as I did, they went, "Hey, you made things really weird for me now because you did that. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it because if I do that, it's going to be, it's going to be weird for me too. I don't want to get, I don't want to get thrown under." I had people just telling me they outright were not going to stand up in any way about this or be honest.
And guys, think about this. This isn't like essay, or like, obviously suicide attempts are serious, but like, what is the harm in speaking, in supporting someone to not kill themselves? Like, what's the optic blow there? The optic blow is that GameGrumps won't want to work with them because GameGrumps got offended by DingDong and Julian's legit criticism of their product. And they kept the gay pandering in to get more sales on the game, because that's what they thought would happen. And oh no, DingDong got in the way of sales, so fuck him, dude. I don't care if he kills himself. That's what they're like. And people aren't willing to stand up against that, even behind the scenes, even though it's something so simple. It's like something so simple you should stand up against. You know, homophobia and you know, not caring about suicide. But they didn't, because the GameGrumps have that much of a fucking iron grip on these people. In some cases, I'll say this. In some case, I know for a fact that there's a lot of blackmail behind the scenes in the Let's Play community. In like the old guard gaming community, I'm talking about like normal boots type people, right? That's what I'm talking about more. Not like Markiplier or PewDiePie, but I'm more talking about like people. I don't want to name names because I don't want to, you know, unintentionally implicate anybody that isn't part of it, just to describe the group. But you guys know what I mean generally, probably. Especially if you've been watching gaming content for like the last 10 years. The reason none of them come out about anything is because they all have blackmail on each other. Like, Chris had, like, Oni has stuff against Eoraptor, Aaron, but Aaron has stuff against Tim, so they can't come out, and it's like deadlock information. That's what just keeps happening. I haven't heard anything bad about Peanut Butter Gamer, personally.
About it. I had everybody saying that.
You had, yeah, some people specifically said if you say this, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
And
This is insane, guys. I'm not surprised, but this is insane. This is important insight.
Continue to act like you're friends.
I know, isn't that
bunch
weird?
of years later.
Isn't that weird?
Which is kind of interesting.
Isn't that bizarre? Especially when I just acknowledge we haven't spoken in months. Isn't that weird? It's almost like it's a performance. It's almost like we've...
Wait.
Which is kind of interesting.
Isn't that bizarre about it? I had everybody saying that.
You had, yeah, some people specifically said if you say this, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
And yet they continue to act like you're friends.
I know, isn't that
weird?
weird?
A bunch of years later.
Isn't that weird?
A bunch of years later, they come crawling back.
Interesting.
Isn't that bizarre? Especially when I just acknowledge we haven't spoken in months.
I don't know if DingDong and Oni are still friends. I actually don't know. Because I know they left, like, being permanently on Oni Plays, but I have seen them on, like, episodes, like, here and there, past their, like, you know, consistent runtime on the channel, so I don't know.
Isn't that weird? It's almost like it's a performance. It's almost like we've acknowledged this on stream numerous times too, and people kept going with it. Isn't it weird that we kept having people being told to ask us about things rather than them contacting us themselves? Almost like they don't want to make a conversation because they know they messed up. No, I've been like, guys, I have taken so many fucking buses over myself over the years. Totally needlessly for this shit. Julian was encouraging me, like, at the very beginning, just fucking say all of it. Who cares? Just say all of it. You're trying way too hard to be nice to people who are fine with you getting hurt. Just say something.
For clarification, no, he's not putting words in my mouth.
I mean, you could go into it, how hard you were pushing. It was
no,
emotional.
it was really,
You would come home and you were crying sometimes just because you couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I'm putting it in front of you guys, though, and I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I'm the same way as DingDong. I'm just like, how much, like, I just, like, put so much out for people who, at the end of the day, don't have, you know, my best interests in mind. To be fair, I don't really know that all the time at the time, but yeah, I feel that.
This isn't like the old days where someone goes, can't we just make weed jokes? You can, but I'll make fun of you for it and then get back to what I was talking about. No. Especially if this is going to be the stream tonight that coincidentally gets shared in this kind of way. No, I'll talk about all of it. That's why I got so confused even at the beginning of the stream, because once again, I've had a lot of this with people. No one will fucking directly approach me. It has to be stuff like that. I tried to talk to people recently and they won't say anything to me. It has to be in front of an audience. It has to be a public spectacle. It has to be a performance. It's annoying. Are people in America so afraid to face people privately? No, it's not even that. It's that fucking entertainment industry is a goddamn joke. It's all about ladder climbing and lying to each other and trying to get yourself into a good position.
Exactly. 100% he's true. 100%. 100%. And I don't like to operate that way, but it literally is how it is. Wait, what did he say exactly?
People in America so afraid to face people privately? No, it's not even that. It's that fucking entertainment industry is a goddamn joke. It's all about ladder climbing and lying to each other and trying to get yourself
Ladder climbing and lying to each other. It's true. It's true.
into a good position. You only reveal your true intentions when you've made it. That's why people get confused.
But I don't need to do, I feel like I never need to do that because I always feel like if you're a truthful person and an honest person and don't do anything wrong, you're always going to be in a good position. And if there's false allegations against you, you debunk it and you're still in a good position. So I never feel the need to lie to be in a good position. Maybe to like be in good positions with certain people behind the scenes who could boost me up. That's probably what he's talking about. That's probably what most people do to ladder climb. But I don't, honestly, I don't want to fall down the ladder. And obviously, ideally, I would like to climb up the ladder. But I'm not so desperate to climb up the ladder that I'm going to like lie and do like immoral things, right? Like I'm in a very fortunate position. And I know that, even if I'm bleeding subs a little bit now and I'm, I've fallen off in views or whatever, don't have as many stream viewers now as Augie or somebody else does, I still don't feel like I'm in a position where I desperately need to climb up, right?
He was like, what the? He was such a nice guy until he got rich.
By the way, thank you for 150 viewers. Normally we're not this high up, so, I appreciate that. But this is a very important story. I'm actually I want to watch this whole VOD with you guys, because this, I downloaded the VOD already. I might make a video on this, but I'm not sure. This is fucking nuts.
What happened? You got to see who he really was. He was chasing after becoming rich, and now that he's rich, you're getting to see his true colors. Because that's not a thing that happens to everybody, but the people who are pursuing it usually are the ones.
And this has 13k views. Should I make a video on this? I mean, most people don't know that GameGrumps did this, right? I'd have to go back and try and find stuff from 2017. I might. I think I should.
Ones who get into that position, and then that's why that happens. That's why you have Dave Chappelle being completely tone deaf and bringing Elon Musk out on stage and going, I don't get it. Why are they booing? Here, I'll try running a joke past them. Hey, you must all be poor and you bought the poor person's seats. They're booing more. What's going on? This is weird. The audience doesn't like it when I call them poor, but they are poor. And I'm rich and I'm better than them. What's going on? It's why when a lot of people start speaking up about the abusive environments at Activision, you also have a lot of people going, oh, blah, 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 boo-hoo, quit crying. Because people don't give a shit. Consumers don't fucking care. They expect you to put up with the abuse because they don't give a fucking shit in the slightest. I couldn't figure out a word.
Yeah, you had a nice little string there.
I couldn't figure out a word.
I can feel the frustration, and I'm rubbing my
I know. Julian loves it when I do stuff like this.
I'm rubbing my hands.
He's very happy when I'm just upfront about these things and just not caring. Because yes, I've been encouraged by everybody else in my life not to do that. A thing of don't fucking acknowledge what's happening. You're supposed to keep your head down, so that way more of it can happen. Because I know that's the last part of it. It's so more of it can happen. You're supposed to keep your head down so more of it can happen. Because we've had—
Yeah, Miskiff. Yeah, Miskiff. Yeah. Yeah, Miskiff. Keep your head down. Let more crazy slick stuff happen.
I had that too. It was the stories I was telling. We had friends even directly do stuff like that, where it's like they don't even have a thing to necessarily backpedal into. It's just, you should just not. And then they walk away. We had a lot of people who—
Shit like this is why I actually more than any other dramas, which I probably shouldn't, because everything, all of the stuff I cover is pretty bad. But what gets to me the most is the fucking behind the scenes manipulation to cover up the truth, right? And it was on full display with the Miskiff stuff. Full display. That Discord call with Mitch and Train and Miskiff and Asmongold and stuff. Wow. That was and I know this shit happens. I know this shit happens. But obviously I can't talk about it or else it'll just be false allegations, right? Especially since I get a lot of information second hand or third hand, fourth hand, what have you. But like, even I just have a gut feeling like all this shit. There's so much shit behind the scenes, and it's just nutty. It's so gross. Thank you for the $5, Spooky Weeb Trash.
Who insisted that they cared and they wanted to hear about these things, and then every step of the way they didn't listen. And it was frustrating. Julian was getting mad about it too. I basically have had to drive myself insane to even operate around this. I've had to just accept that there's an alternate reality that everybody else is in right now, because nobody gives a flying fuck about what actually was going on. And basically, some of that was coming from people already trying to control the narrative behind the scenes at the time. I only remember a lot of incidents about, like, let's have fake fights, let's get into fake arguments, and I knew why it was happening. After the first fake argument, I realized it immediately. You want to start a fake fight because you're hoping that when we have a real fight, nobody will know the difference between it being a joke or if it's reality. This is the kind of stuff that people online do, I guess.
I've never heard of that, but again, the community he was in behind the scenes is a lot more slimy, because the thing about the drama community, yes, it's slimy, yes, it's fucking crazy, but a lot of stuff is up front. So, and literally we profit off of exposing other people. So, like, if you do something behind the scenes in the commentary community, it's going to get out, like, eventually, just because of the way it operates. The way these communities operate, it's in everybody's best interest to cover up everything. To literally cover up everything. Especially since everybody has blackmail on each other, right? Like, let's think about how when the Miskiff stuff came out. The whole reason it came out is because Trainwrecks was getting, Miskiff was talking smack to Trainwrecks. Trainwrecks was like, I have this little atomic bomb, I'm gonna throw back. Now, obviously, he was waiting for Adriana Lee's permission to do it or whatever, so he would have came out with it regardless around that time, but still, it's like indicative of how this works. It's like people have blackmail on each other, and then they use that in order to gain influence behind the scenes. Everybody has blackmail on everybody, and it's actually rare that the blackmail becomes public and people pull the trigger on it. It's actually rare. Especially in communities like these, where their main content is not drama. Like, even the Twitch community, they benefit off drama, like, pretty decently. They don't need it like we do, but they benefited off pretty decently. So, someone like the GameGrumps, if something comes out about the GameGrumps is not profiting at all, If there's a big GameGrumps exposed thing going on, right? GameGrumps, it's not good for them. It's not really good for anyone when they get exposed, but at least with, like, I don't know. It's just basically what I'm trying to say is that the industry does not benefit from public drama. That industry at all. Whereas Twitch does to an extent, and of course, ours does.
I guess this is what people in the entertainment industry do. I guess this is what a lot of people do, that they're not thinking, like, realistically. They're just thinking strategically the whole time.
Yeah,
How
optics.
can I steer public perception?
No, that was awful.
That's why offering the truth is going to be the one that people are going to go, shut up, no, you're not supposed to do that. Because if you do that, then, like, everything that we set up falls apart. You can't do that. You're supposed to kind of bend around, like, all the lies that we came up with.
Yeah, and that's the issue, because, like, the whole concept around marketing is to push a certain perception to force the audience to think a certain way so they buy more products, right? And this type of philosophy extends even to, like, YouTube promotion. Even though it's, like, free videos, it's to, like, get people to keep watching, get people invested. If people know that people are, the GameGrumps are bad guys on YouTube, they're going to get less fan art, they're going to get less fan animations, they're going to get less publicity, they're going to get less, stands buying their merch. So you gotta put up all this fake shit, right? And you gotta create, like, and YouTubers feel the need, and a lot of them do it, majority of them do it, whether intentionally or unintentionally, to create, like, this cult around their name, where there's, like, hyper fans that are really into everything you do, and whatever you say goes. And most YouTubers develop this probably naturally, just due to the people liking the videos and stuff. Sometimes it's more deliberate, like with Dream. With me, it's like the complete opposite, because I just show everything and put it all on the table. There's so many people in the comments who just disagree with me. They're like, fuck you, Bowblax. I feel like I have almost none of that, but yeah, this was from a 12-hour stream, by the way. Damn. I'm glad it got clipped up then.
That's why I keep saying there were no good guys. This entire situation was just on all ends, things were a mess. And I felt stupid myself for even trying.
I would say even, you can count me as one of the bad people in that situation. Because I pushed you into talking about it when you weren't comfortable to.
You should acknowledge that, I guess. The reason I spoke about Dream Daddy, I wasn't going to.
I was frustrated that I felt that it was worth making a big deal about. Dee Dee was like, this is not worth harming ourselves over.
Yes, because I did recognize with how paranoid everybody was acting and how dishonest they were already being behind the scenes.
I wasn't willing to hear it.
I kind of knew that this was not worth throwing myself under. I would rather cleanly get away from this so I don't ever have to hear about any of these things again in my life. And then we ended up doing that, and then no. At this point, I'm going to infinitely hear about these things until the end of time. The reason I'm being so open right now, it's because I also just mentioned, you almost messed it.
I was hoping you would count.
That's why I mentioned the stuff with my mom, too. My mom was doing all this guilt tripping, too, and I kept subscribing to this narrative of, fine, all this is my fault because she's told everybody it's my fault, so I guess I just have to accept it as my fault. I know it's not true.
You could, this is a comment they said earlier, but I was thinking about it a little bit. You can tell Julian is, like, a genuine person because he admitted fault to something he really didn't need to admit at fault to, which was, you know, pushing him to come out with whatever about Dream Daddy, right? There's no reason for him to say that. And if someone goes out of their way to, like, say that they fucked up on something that isn't even on anybody's radar, that's the sign of someone who's truthful. So if you see people, any YouTubers in drama or whatever place, admit to something that they don't need to admit to, just randomly, that's good. That's good.
True, but if you're gonna tell everybody that, and I can't really have any say here, then I guess it's just gonna have to be true. And that's what a lot of this kind of felt like. It didn't matter what really happened. Reality never mattered. I was stupid for even trying to prioritize reality,
And this whole, like, thing that they're describing with, like, people behind the scenes and stuff and being snaky is why people say, or, like, a couple of creators have this moment where they're like, YouTubers aren't your friends, guys, and they're right? But it's also because they know that they're participating in this stuff behind the scenes, and they're like, yeah, we're not truthful, but let's just say it as, like, you know, I'm not friends with you guys. Come on, let's not be parasocial. But it's also because, you know, they're lying to you sometimes, too.
I was even recognizing up to that moment before we spoke up about it that reality was not going to matter here. It's all a performance. These people, in a lot of cases, weren't even truly friends. They were kind of workers that we were with.
Yep.
And I just felt stupid because not only did I speak up because of you, I also spoke up because I think
there were many other people also pressuring
yes.
that we needed to speak up about Dream Daddy.
There were about like 6 or 7 people who were bringing it up. I had a list of things that I wouldn't have said on my own. There were phrases I would not have even used on my own if it weren't for that. And I even remember it. The night before I spoke about it, we went to a ramen shop with a few people, and we went over it on my phone. I had a list of all of it. I still have the text and everything. The reason I never bothered showing any of this publicly is because I was hoping to God people would fucking leave me alone with that already. Nobody has, I will confirm this too, absolutely no one has acknowledged publicly what happened outside of my end. Everybody wanted it to just slide by because no one wanted to admit mistakes they made or how it could be their fault partially. They already saw what happened to us for speaking up. So that was basically their lesson of don't say anything. If we ever were wondering before if we could be honest about this stuff, here's the confirmation. No, we cannot. Let's just never acknowledge what happened here.
I'm gonna acknowledge it. I'm gonna make a video. Fuck it, dude. I'll work on it like tomorrow or tonight. Cause like...
So that's why sometimes we get this weird vagueness with some people publicly when they don't even speak to us ever behind the scenes. And then we get things like they've been telling their audiences to give us messages on occasion. That's why they can't do it themselves, because they know it's a thing that frustrated us, and it's a thing that hurt us. And I even remember when some of it happened at the time, I got to be told, oh, come on, that was a few months ago, followed by, well, that was like 8 months ago, followed by, well, that was a year ago, followed by, that was 2 years ago. If the behavior doesn't change, I don't care how long ago it was. I've had that happen a lot, too, that I have people do that, where it's like, oh, but come on. The worst of it, I remember, is when we were trying to quit. We had, I think, 8 different friends who reported the same story back to us that they got lied to about us quitting, that they were told we're not quitting, that we're just bluffing. That was the phrasing.
No, yeah, exactly.
Bluffing.
That's why it made me laugh. I'm glad you remembered that was the exact phrasing. As if we had something to gain out of the situation.
We were trying to stop earlier and earlier. Even stuff like that wasn't easy, just trying to step away from it. And I remember at the time people were like, oh, come on, you're exaggerating. It's not that hard.
So to give some insight into the structure, basically, the GameGrumps has an office, right? And the office is primarily used to, you know, record Let's Play. So there's, like, certain rooms for that and stuff. But it's also for other business stuff, whatever. And Oni Plays, which is another Let's Play channel, operated for a certain period of time out of the GameGrumps office and were like kind of under Aaron, right? The owner of GameGrumps. So, you know, Julian and DingDong, who are co-hosts of Only Plays, would go in to the GameGrumps office to record, and they were like paid a salary, and they were under, they were, you know, employees of GameGrumps, and that's what they're talking about trying to quit from. And there's another thing I actually know about that, and I'm curious if they mention it. I don't really know if it's my place to say it publicly, but there is something in regards to Ding Dong and Julian's treatment in the office, and I wonder if they're going to bring it up. I think they might.
I wish you were there behind the scenes. You would have been...
I'll tell you if they do.
Surprised.
The thing
it was
I
very
know.
difficult. And I remember as soon as that happened, I approached the person who had lied about it, and I remember, seriously, this
They do? You don't even know what I know, though. I haven't even said what I know. How do you guys know? Well, they go into a lot of things. They get into it later. What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know. Dude, I didn't even say what it is.
a week after they had lied to everybody. I approached them about it, and they said, come on, it was in the past. It was a week ago.
But they probably do get into it.
And I said to them, you can't play that card when it was literally a week ago. I would understand it. Maybe
I was told this from a close source 2 years ago. So I'm wondering if they bring it up.
5 years passed. It was a fucking week ago. No, you're not just off the hook when you lied to everybody. I was going fucking insane from this shit. So much fucking lying, so much fucking bullshit, and all shit that was just getting me hurt by the end anyways. But, once again, I can go towards the positivity angle here. So
no, there's a specific thing that Aaron did to them. And I'm wondering if they bring it up.
All of it. I'm glad to be saying all this. In another situation, I wouldn't have, because over the years, I've been told not to. I've been told to just accept all of this, blame yourself for all of it, take it all over yourself.
If they don't bring it up themselves, I'll bring it up. It's not that big of a deal. I'll bring it up, but I'm just curious.
Whatever, who fucking cares? Well, I don't fucking care, which is why I'm going to talk about it now. But that's why I'm talking about a lot of this stuff, and over the years, if people are wondering the kind of shit I complain about, this is the kind of stuff I complain about. I fucking hate abusive work environments, I hate dishonesty, I hate people lying to one another, I hate people trying to throw off blame or get each other hurt. Which is why, once again, at the beginning, I was trying to be as open as I could be. The only reason Dream Daddy was one I didn't want to talk about was because I knew it wasn't worth it. I knew it wasn't going to be a thing anyone was going to bring up again within a few months anyways. It was going to be a little, like, blip on a radar because it was going to be the audience already following this channel getting behind it because it's what the audience does. They're not looking for these things. This goes for most channels. Fans of the material are not looking for these things ever. They're gonna let everything slide continuously and never even try to investigate when some things are pretty obvious and pretty blatantly right there in front of you. I'm not kidding when I say this. The reason I want to get away from YouTube shit is that it's so fucking filthy.
Okay, yeah, you guys know. It's them holding pay. It was so shitty, dude. What I was told was like... Well, I'll just see how much detail they get into.
It's not even one place, once again. There's no good guys here. It's all over the place. My excitement for video games even got to be impacted because I realized all this is attached even to the industry side of things. I got to hear certain game companies actually change their focus to Let's Players or Twitch streamers, that they're not making games for general players anymore. Now they're trying to focus on getting good, entertaining material for just 3 people, and as long as those 3 people make a good video, that's where our sales are going to come from. I didn't realize just how, like, linked up all of this was. Overwatch, I got to watch all the PR behind the scenes. You know why it partially blew up as big as it did? Because they spent a shit ton of money sending free swag to everybody and making them sign contract deals to stay on board. Because, hey, it's Activision Blizzard, you don't want to miss out on that, right? No, I got...
Yep, true. Games like I Am Bread and stuff like that, definitely geared towards that. And then, you know, yeah, I think that was pretty obvious with the promotion of Overwatch. Like, they really, you know, they're smart. They know that the money is in content creation. So, I mean, if I were in the... I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing. If I were in Blizzard's position, I'd do the same thing, right? Just better marketing.
I had to watch all this shit. It was disgusting. Especially that some of this you could hear people be in positions to say that this is an area they care about when, no, I think you cared about you being viable in this area. I don't think you actually have respect for games themselves or the industry. I think you just like what you're getting out of it. But once again, I'll say it. Back in 2017, when all that stuff happened, I will encourage any...
DingDong said to take down the stream clips because he wants to release them himself. Well, I should archive them myself. There's no way he's going to do it. Well, if he ends up posting this to his own channel, and I do talk about this, I will, like, obviously source DingDong and not, like, this guy WizKid, you know? He just re-uploaded it.
Anyone to go find public posts for who stood up for us.
This is from his Twitch channel, by the way.
Narrative? Can I ask who...
I think it's his twitch.tv/DingDongVG, I'm pretty sure.
Do you guys know who spread that narrative? Who spread the narrative that we had people stand up for us? I can't think of a single public post from anyone that we knew that actually stood up for us at the time. That's why I'm saying there's no heroes here. I can't think of a single soul, and I don't know why that spread as a narrative.
Yo,
outside of wishful
get
thinking.
$10 off?
No.
Thank you.
Nobody stood up for us during that. And once again, the worst of it was some of the people who even told me to speak up about it were then on the phone with me that day being like, oh yeah, kind of awkward anyways, good luck. One of them said, like, I don't know, go get high or something. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you here.
Oh my
Bye.
God.
And then after the suicide attempt,
Get high or something.
next day, I talked to someone about it, and I don't even know how I'm supposed to get past this one. I have been demanded to go back to this stuff for years, and I don't even know how I'm supposed to get past this one. They seriously... I told them what happened. Julian told them too. We told them what had happened. I tried to overdose.
The day after he tried to OD.
Julian stopped me. He slapped it out of my hands. And him crying and breaking down in front of me is what got me to stop, because I realized he was the most important thing and he was someone who genuinely cared. I was going to remove myself because my entire life I've been used to the idea of nothing I say matters, nothing I do matters. I am here to basically help someone else go around and abuse other people. That's what I'm here for. Julian was my wake-up call, because it was the first time somebody genuinely cared like that, but that's why I didn't go through with it. So the next day, we're talking to somebody, and immediately they present the idea of, wouldn't it be funny, though, if, somebody, did do it, and they left a note blaming these specific people for it? That was not a joke.
Not only are these content creators heartless sometimes behind the scenes, but they're so socially inept.
That was a serious thing that they had said immediately after, making it clear, you want me to fucking do it, don't you? You want me to do it, and you want me to leave a note, and you want to fucking exploit me on this. Are you kidding me right now?
I'm glad you're raising your voice about it.
Because I think that was the most ridiculous, wouldn't you say? You're gonna have a tough time.
It's been a long few years. How
did you feel when that happened?
I think the issue is that it crosses the line anyway.
Yeah,
no matter whether it's the worst thing.
I still can't get over it. I can't believe I seriously had that suggested to me.
How does this only have 13K views? The people in the GameGrumps office. I don't know who specifically. But...
And you were there for it.
Yeah.
And the thing is...
The guy he's talking with is Julian. The guy who stopped him from... ODing.
That wasn't the only kind of comment like that over the years. I had a lot of weird shit like that where it's like, what are you expecting of me? Are you seriously expecting me to do shit like this to myself? Are you kidding me? Yes. I put myself through a lot of shit, and I kept my mouth shut the entire time because I figured if I said anything more, no one was going to listen because, to be fair, they didn't. It's negativity. You're just being mean. You're being a stick in the mud. Yeah.
Yes, that's another thing everyone always said in that community. Oh, we can't talk about it. It's too negative. We don't want drama content. It's negative. I don't want it. Fuck off. That's why I moved over to this community. It's such a breath of fresh air. You know, we can actually talk about things that are negative without being like little sniveling pussies about it.
Yeah, I heard it from everybody around me too. But here it is, guys. For anyone who showed up tonight, once again, ooh.
Pretty much Pooper Man. I've known about this for a while. Well, not this specifically, not the suicide thing. But I've known that the GameGrumps are kind of, especially Aaron, are kind of...
Oh man, gotcha.
They rule their company with an iron fist.
Suckers, you picked the wrong stream.
Yeah, it is. There's so much toxic positivity over there. $5 from Mervin Merp. While this is going, shout out to Carl Sorts, Endovision, for attempting to ruin my mother's and others' lives with similar, if not worse, tactics. Damn.
To come to.
Dan let shit happen. I don't think Dan's the type of person to actually, like, craft bullshit and, like, act on it, but he basically just plays along. He just plays along and doesn't really care. He doesn't stand up for what's right, but he also doesn't really go out of his way to, like, be a dick. As far as I know. I don't know these people, right? I'm just going based on what I kind of have heard.
You probably thought this was just going to be a fun stream.
I mean, look at him smiling.
Yeah. Because I've also heard people make all these different...
Yeah,
things.
roll
it wasn't
the dice.
that bad. Oh, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yes, it absolutely was. And the reason you don't think it was bad, because I had the fucking patience to keep my mouth shut. Yes, it was. I made distance for a fucking reason when it came to all this shit. And everyone else is free to do whatever they want. It's why I'm not going much harder on a lot of this, too. I wanted to get away from this shit. I wanted my distance. Even if nobody else would let me fucking have it, I wanted it. Because I was fine to just take it that way and go, fine, what the fuck ever. Blame me for everything. Fine. Can I go back to working on things? And that was the issue, the answer was no. But yeah, whatever. Welcome to New Internet. Welcome to just, this is your future. Everyone's fucking lying. Everyone's trying to just hurt each other. And you're gonna have someone yell at you and tell you why it's a problem that you actually care about things. Or that maybe you don't like...
Must be awkward for Dan. I don't think Dan cares. But I don't know. I'm not him.
People hurt for no reason. You're going to be the problem there. That sounds like you're being pretty mean. I hope you're not going to defend someone when someone's like, you know, actively setting out to hurt them and ruin their life. I hope you don't defend somebody. That's pretty mean. Bring back bullying, says the 34-year-old that was bullied all the time in high school, and he actually hated it back then, but the reason he's saying it now is because he gets the chance to pick on little kids.
Aaron, literally Egoraptor.
It's frustrating. It's all really
like he's not saying any names, but that's Aaron.
frustrating. And once again, I'm sorry too if anyone was confused with this shit. I've tried to talk about it over the years, and once again, obviously it's been silenced. Nobody gave a fuck. But that's why I'm saying it again here. No, this stuff was real. And once again, too, for anybody who maybe was doing that harm, if you're hearing this,
I don't know how much power Dan directly has in the company, but it's probably enough. Like he should be paying attention to shit that's happening. Yeah, Dan plays wholesome character to everyone sees him that way, but he's barely any different than Aaron and co-signs him. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. He's just, yeah, he's Aaron's partner in arms, his number 2. You know, there's just no he's self-interested too. Dan is self-interested too. He keeps doing GameGrumps because, like, that's the best thing he can do for himself. And he's going to keep doing that as long as he can do that, regardless of what moral issues happen behind the scenes. Also, there should not be any moral issues. This is a fucking Let's Play channel. It should be relatively simple. But because Aaron is such a fucking weird-ass control freak, dickwad, shit like this happens, right? Where it's like, oh, you can't shit talk Dream Daddy. I'm trying to make some money. Oh, I don't want to do this because I don't know.
2, Julian's here to also confirm he was there for all of it. For some reason, there's also been a bizarre thing going on there. Everyone keeps treating it as if I was the only one aware of this stuff.
Yeah.
So we've had people coming to Julian as if, like,
oh dear, I fucked up.
Hoping to convince him, like, so that stuff that
Yeah,
he's
DingDong's
reading,
acting really weird.
Yeah, that stuff didn't happen. When it's like
I was there for it.
He was there the same day.
It happened uncannily frequently. There were a lot of people that, for whatever reason, I would tell them off to their face, and then they would still be like, "Yeah, what's up with DingDong, dude? Like, got some kind of problem with me?" And I'm like, "I was just yelling at you for this exact same stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I don't count."
Because I've been designated. I'm the villain.
I don't know what DingDong doesn't want anything. He just wants to be left alone, and it's why he hasn't talked about this for the last 5 years. I mean, this happened 5 years ago, right? If this story goes mainstream, it's gonna be on for a while, probably. Aaron encourages someone's suicide. I mean, that's pretty big.
And funnily enough, like I said on the Dream Daddy thing, I think a lot of them assumed that was me when it was like, actually, I was the one who didn't want to talk about it publicly because I didn't think it was worth it.
All this time, folks have it backwards. I've been the one who wanted to talk about shit, and Dee was the one who was like, "No, we gotta lay low."
Funny
Things
how that
can
goes.
work out.
Funny how that goes.
Saying
for so
we
many
can
years
lay
it was the
low,
opposite.
even like that sounds like there's an aura of guilt to it. It's you didn't want confrontation. You were hoping things would blow over, and they never did because that's not what the goal is.
No.
The goal is not for it to blow over.
No, the goal is for
I'm
it to
sorry
be
that
silenced.
I'm also really sleepy.
No,
so
it's fine.
My sentence
and we can
structure
wrap up soon.
right
We can
now.
wrap up soon. It's okay. Hey, the lesson is you're on the fucking internet. All of these people are probably losing their minds and doing really stupid shit behind the scenes, and that's why they're starting fights to begin with. You know why people typically initiate fights? Because they want to control the narrative to begin with. It's very rare that someone will be just standing out to say something like that, just out of the blue. And even on our ends, we had a lot of narrative controlling.
Also, by the way, Aaron doesn't care if DingDong KYS's, but you know what he does care about? Fucking GameGrumps, dude.
It was uncool for me to ignore, I think, what is so important to a lot of people.
DingDong's life?
And to sort of cast it aside in the way that I did. Maybe it seems a little silly to
DingDong
be saying
suicide?
something about this, but I think it's just emblematic of just that this month, I think, has been a little hard on me, and I don't think I was listening to myself. Been building a little bit for me. Like Dan, who...
He never says it because he fucking never gets to it.
People.
This is about GameGrumps, him missing the Halloween-themed GameGrumps episodes. That's what he's crying about.
So that there was an outright lie that we didn't even see that game back.
I'm gonna have to add this. It's time to kill Aaron Hansen.
At the time.
No, I'm just kidding. Not that. No. That fuck. He needs to take accountability. It's time.
I remember it kept pushing further and further because people didn't need it proven to them. They knew we were being honest. They were just trying to make problems for the sake of it.
I don't care if Aaron's popular or not. Here's the thing. He can have the biggest fan base in the world, but people need to just know that, and everyone already kind of gets the sense, right, that Aaron's, a little fake with, the Sir Palo stuff that happened and, the way he acts and stuff like that, especially from how he acted 10 years ago. But I think this is the most blatant example, for sure.
That I had people going, sure, you showed, the creation date and the file, and you showed, the startup screen, but you didn't show more. I eventually just said, fuck it, and I showed the first minute of it. I said, now shut the fuck up and leave me alone. And guess what? I still got people going, but you could have made that. It's not real. It's not a real response at that point. You just don't fucking care because you want to control the narrative and make it into something that it isn't. I have felt so goddamn stupid for, 7 years.
I hope that Wiz, because I'm going to download this and make a video off of it, and I hope that WizKid got all of the relevant info. I assume he did, because it's an hour out of the 12-hour stream and there's cuts and stuff. But sometimes when other people cut things, I don't really trust them, because sometimes there's info that is cut out that I would like to put in the video, but I feel like this one's good. It's pretty meaty.
Years doing this shit for people. And once again, Julian was...
You have the full VOD? I'll shoot it over to you. Thank you. Do they all talk about it in one chunk, or is it spread throughout the whole 12-hour stream? If it's spread throughout the whole 12 hours, I'll just use this version. But if it's all within a 2-hour chunk, then I can do it myself.
There for all of it. It's why it's even more maddening, because for him, he's wanted me to say this shit since day one.
Yeah, since day one.
Thank you, Niall.
Because it's been happening the whole time, and the only reason I've been threatened is because it's the idea of a lot of these people would not like it if the truth was out there. That's what they're trying to get shut down. They don't want you acknowledging what they did. You're supposed to keep your mouth shut because it could hurt them. If it's hurting you, who the fuck are you? That doesn't matter. But it can't hurt them, because if it hurts them, what if it spreads to others then? Because a lot of other people are being dishonest too. What if, a lot of YouTubers, what if, thousands of YouTubers then get into a position now through this? That would be bad. It's better one person gets hurt than thousands, because those thousands maybe did something bad, and that one person is just noticing it. I got threats constantly when we were back in LA, and I don't mean that from the audience, I even mean internally when working. And that comes from all ends, once again. This wasn't even just YouTube. Game studios I had it happen everywhere. I constantly had to feel like I was being threatened just because I was noticing things when they were happening. A good worker is one that keeps his little mouth shut, because as soon as he says something, you'll be phased out with a 20-year-old that doesn't know anything about the industry yet.
Yup.
It's why I was saying so much, and it's why I was even willing to get myself blacklisted to say some of this stuff, because I didn't care anymore. But when no one's going to listen to you, what's the point of saying anything? And that's why I got into a position of, why am I saying anything? It doesn't matter. But that's why I'm at a point of, you know what, if nothing really matters anyways, nothing matters.
Yeah,
I'll
might
talk
as well
about
go
it.
for it.
I may as well then. If nothing matters, I may as well then. It sucks that so much of this happened. And I've had plenty of people tell me similar with this too, that if they were in the same position, they probably would not have even been able to have done this. They would not have been able to put up with as much of this. They would have shut down years ago. I almost did. 2017 is why I was ready to just give up. 2017 felt like, this is it, it's all over. Because Julian, the thing he said to me before I even spoke about the game, he said, well, this is the test if these people are truly your friends then, isn't it? And it was. And guess what? Once again, not a single soul, not a single one stood up for us.
Not even Chris? Holy shit.
That's why I keep encouraging people, show me the messages. You guys have been rolling this narrative for years now, that we had people defend us. Can you show me a single message from somebody where they defended us on that? Can you show me one? And if it's going to be a thing too of well, here's one from 2022 that's kind of vague and not really, no. Can you show me one from 2017 or 2018 even? Can you show me one from that time where somebody stood up for us publicly during that? They didn't.
2018, he didn't stand up for you publicly, but he did stand up for GameGrumps.
You know, whether or not it was a ton of people or not a whole lot of people, I want to apologize about it.
But making fun of Julian's suicide or DingDong's suicide? Nah.
You guys have been spreading a false fucking narrative this entire time because you didn't give a shit. You wanted to have your juicy drama about fucking people that play video games. And that's what was frustrating about for me too, is this is so goddamn childish. And yet, I'm supposed to be living my life around this. My finances are being determined by this. During that window, when we were waiting seriously 3.5 months for pay, Julian can talk about it. My health was falling
Yep, this is what I heard.
apart. A lot of people could probably bring it up. I looked like a fucking skeleton. I had huge bags under my eyes.
I think that was when your ear stuff started kicking in, right?
I didn't know about the health issues.
22 to 23 hours a day sometimes just doing work, and my only time to sleep is when videos were exporting. All for the hope that maybe we would eventually get paid here, which we did, and even then it wasn't by enough, which is why I said we had to even do the Patreon. I got told at the time when I finally got put on pay, think of this as a part-time thing, when no it isn't. This is full-time. It's not a part-time thing.
Well, because you're supposed to think of it as
You're supposed to think of it as that, so you can maybe...
Because he also edited the videos, I'm pretty sure. Ding Dong edited a lot of the videos, as well as being part of them, so it was full-time, pretty much, for him. And, what they got paid was, not a lot. I forgot the exact percentages. Maybe they'll bring it up.
Lie to yourself that this is reasonable, when it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember Ding Dong did it because it would say in, like, the corner, edited by Ding Dong. In the intro.
I got told that there were plans since the beginning. This is the thing. I've never gotten a straight story on it. And whenever I try to push for a straight story, I still have never been told one. Everybody goes in every different direction, pointing fingers at each other for it. So I still have no clue what the fucking truth is on this one. But back at the time with the pay thing, I did get directly told when we had our first meeting on it. Oh, yeah, I thought we got told that you were going to work for publicity.
What?
I have been, like I said, yanked up and down with this shit. I have no fucking clue. And on that one, I can't even give you guys a straight story. I could talk about everything else very truthfully, but there's the truth on that one. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Because nobody was honest with me on it. And still to this day, they're not. I have no fucking clue what happened. I don't know why we got yanked around the way we did. I don't know who was to blame for that. It could just be everybody. I don't think it is. I know some people were trying to help because by the end, they were trying to help. I don't think you guys knew this. I got taken off pay later on. Both Julian and I got taken off pay. We weren't being paid for videos anymore. It was just for thumbnails and Uber rides, I think. We had to get put back on pay. And during that, what sucked about it was that this was just a thing in the back. It was happening. I'm not supposed to say anything about it because I'm not supposed to acknowledge what's going on financially here. But it was a thing that happened. We got yanked around a lot when it came to finances. A lot. I wish entertainment didn't have to be so hellish. I wish it didn't have to either, and to be fair, it doesn't have to be. But if the wrong kind of behavior gets an...
I don't even know if, like, what happened to Ding Dong and Julian is, like, typical in the industry. It makes no sense. So it's like... What happened, as far as I know, is that... And this is, like, going off of information that's 2 years old by this point, and I was told... Without any recording, obviously. I won't get into the details of this, but basically there's like a financial dispute between Chris and Aaron. And since Chris was since Julian and Ding Dong were under Chris, they also felt the repercussions of that financial dispute. Because I think Aaron stopped paying Chris, so Chris couldn't pay Ding Dong and Julian. I think that's some. It's such old info. But I know when they were getting paid, the percentage was literally insane. Okay, Chris Only Plays was literally getting robbed by Aaron with the percentages. All right. So because Chris and the Only Plays guys, Ding Dong and Julian, were using the GameGrumps Let's Play office space, they were under payroll from GameGrumps. They were on payroll from GameGrumps. And GameGrumps took a certain percentage for using the office. Now, what I remember the percentage to be, I don't know if it'll say. I'm going to wait to see if they say the percentage.
Enabled for a long time, you're normalizing it, and you can't be surprised then that becomes the standard. Once again,
but if Chris didn't tell them anything, maybe they don't know.
With Activision, a lot of people know about it, but they let it slide. They didn't say anything, so you can't be surprised.
They might not know.
That it got normalized and it became the environment. People need to shut problems down preemptively, and unfortunately, most people can't even handle that. They need to see the actual damage get done before they'll do something. And that's the thing with our end was, it was all behind the scenes, so you guys didn't have to see a lot of the damage being done. Oh, we might have talked about it, but who the fuck are we? I don't know, those two are like irrelevant. Ratioed. Literally that.
Okay, they might not actually know the percentage, what happened. Okay. Fuck, I don't want to slander because I don't actually know the percentages, but I remember it being astronomically low. I remember the percentage out of the total income from everything from Only Plays merch, revenue, or whatever. I might honestly be talking out of my ass. Don't take this all with a grain of salt. I remember the percentage Aaron gave is something like 60 to GameGrumps, 40 to Chris, and then out of Chris's 40, Ding Dong and Julian each get 5% of 40. Out of 40. I don't know if it's 5%, so I don't know if Chris gets 30 and they get 10 total, or if it's 5% of the 40, which would be even less.
It's what happened when we
But
played
I
the
don't
game.
know. Allegedly. I forget the percentages. I just remember I was shocked with how low they were. I don't remember the exact percentages. And the reason for the financial dispute with Aaron and Chris, I'm not going to say. I'm just not going to say. I'm only going to say stuff in relation to what they're saying, because I don't want to, like, be put to task on remembering something from 2 years ago.
Ratioed. I gave a very direct, honest thing about it, and then it's because someone was bigger, they lied about it publicly and said we had never even seen it before, when I still have the fucking prototype sitting.
Are you still cool with AB? I guess. It was Ethan's decision. I never really talked with AB that much anyway, but I'm still cool with him, I guess. If he reaches out, then I'll reach back.
On my hard drive. I still have the email from who sent it to me telling me to talk about it. I still have the text messages. So by the way, once again, if anyone's hearing this, I still have all your messages. I still have everything that happened. The reason I never made it public is because I figured you'd leave me the fuck alone. I didn't think you were going to be so stubborn about lying for so long. I still remember what happened. Just letting you know. Thanks.
Phone number 17.
At least on Julian's end, they don't bother with him.
Yeah.
They haven't even been contacting him. While still saying, I wish we could talk to him more.
No, I mean, at least you get people talking to you on occasion, and I'm fine. I don't need that bullshit in my life.
It's why I never did this.
But I think it goes a long way towards showing, like, that they just don't take
No.
us seriously.
They don't take us seriously, they don't give a shit. They only took us seriously when they knew we witnessed them doing something cowardly, and they were just hoping they could get it to kind of go by, and then after that, whatever. It's always been a performance. It fucking sucks. And me saying all that stuff, I'm not trying to say it to be threatening. I know it's gonna be threatening to them, because they felt threatened for years. The reason that
They feel threatened by everything. They're fucking sniveling pussies behind the scenes. I swear to God. I swear to God. Do you know? Okay. Here's a real story. As many of you guys know, when JonTron was on GameGrumps, the magnum opus of the channel was Sonic 06 Let's Play, right? This was in 2012. Now, in 2016 or 2017, or even 2018, sometime later, like 5 years, 6 years later, I might actually be able to find the video. Yeah, 4 years ago, in 2018, at the end of 2018, JonTron went on to OniPlace to record some things, and the original idea was for them to do a Let's Play, maybe not a full Let's Play, but do a video on Sonic 06 for the Goofs, right? Because Bowblax Mike has COVID now? Whatever. So the original plan was for them to do Sonic 06, right? But Chris didn't want to do it because he knew Aaron would get mad at him, and he was afraid that Aaron would drop shit on Oni as revenge for them playing Sonic 5 years after the fact with JonTron on his channel. And this is real. This actually happened. Now, I don't know if Aaron directly told Chris, like, don't do this, or if Chris just was so scared of Aaron that he didn't want to try. But that literally happened, from what I've been told. But, I mean, Chris is a pussy. I mean, he didn't do it. I would have just done it. If I were Chris, I'd be like, fuck it. But, you know. Apparently, he has some, like, Aaron knows some shit about him, so.
That we're partially being kept in this way. You know that phrase? You know that term that people say, keep your enemies closer? That's what it is. I know the reason that some people are even trying to keep me near them is because they want to monitor what I'm doing. I fucking have had people come to my stream as spies, and I'm not kidding when I say that. Yeah. I remember earlier this year, I noticed a specific follower that I even called it out that went, that's interesting. Is there a reason why you're here right now, considering what I'm discussing? He didn't say anything, and he disappeared right away. I knew what he was doing. No, I had people do this shit. I would sometimes have people come by streams purely to monitor me because they wanted to make sure I wasn't going to say too much about what we were dealing with.
Dude, Julian, DingDong and Julian are literally Egoraptor's kryptonite. they probably know some shit that is just like, boom, but they just don't want to deal with it, so they're not saying it. They're saying stuff here, but they're still not even getting into details. Hello, tipster.
And that's why I'm bringing up the idea of, oh, I have receipts. The reason I never posted them is because, once again, I didn't want to be a petty little shit with this. I knew people were just going to go, cancel culture, cancel culture! I knew no one was going to ever fucking listen because they didn't to begin with. So I just held on to it because it's like, well, it's truthful, it's here. I'm not going to post.
Well, I'm going to have his back, but obviously he doesn't know that. And, you know, from his perspective, yeah, it probably would get buried. Like, everybody he knows wants it buried. The only people who don't is an audience and maybe people like me, right?
It because I know no one's gonna fucking listen, and I don't want to start a big fight. I would ideally like this to be a thing of I get to be left alone. But that's why I'm at least bringing it up now. I didn't lose any of that. If you guys are hoping I forgot about everything, I didn't. If you're hoping I lost any of that stuff, I didn't. In fact, somebody I talked to recently lied to my face about something, saying, I never said that, and I had to say, go type this in. You can go find it in your chat history. And they said, no. And I went, no? So I searched for it, and I pinned it, because it was there. I have had people find a fucking lie to my face over and over and over again. So yeah, we're done with this as a conversation. I don't think I need to run it much deeper. I think I covered just about everything. And once again, oh man, no, go all the way with it. Name the names. Oh, this is so juicy. Well, that's exactly why I'm not going to do it, because you've been missing the fucking point this whole time. I don't even give a shit about these people like having justice because they're never going to fucking have it anyways. Audiences.
Don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that. I want the names juicy. You know, he doesn't want to feed into the drama cycle. If I make a video on this, I don't even think Julian or Ding Dong would like it, honestly. Even if it does defend them. But, like, I don't know. Do you want something to change or not? Like, if Aaron's put to task publicly on this, yeah, he'll probably find some way to bury it and continue doing it. But there's also the slight chance that, like, he'll have more, like, fire under his feet to not do this internally. I don't know.
Don't give a shit about justice. They never fucking cared. I'm only bringing it up to let people know, no, I've been well aware of all of this. I've been watching it the entire time. Public narrative is a fucking lie. It always has been. Julian's been here for all of it too. So if anyone needs that as confirmation as well, because maybe you guys only heard me talking about it. Julian, you're right here. All of this happened. And it fucking sucked, didn't it?
The nice thing about the fact that you guys never took me seriously is that I was talking a lot more explicitly about this on my stream, and nobody ever noticed.
It's true, you were. I think it's why even early on some people were making comments about like,
wait, where's that? I didn't even know Julian streamed. What?
I don't watch Julian stuff. Probably because you were just directly talking about it, because you were. You made the Tumblr post and everything too.
Yeah.
You wanted to be open about all of it, and you were begging me to be open since the start because you couldn't stand how far it was all going. But that's just what I wanted to do this whole time. If you guys are wondering why it's so weird how much he's trying to fight for distance, is it because they're all getting into fights behind the scenes right now? No. Do you know what it is? It's that literally for years I've been trying to just fucking walk away from this and nobody will let me. Because they're...
It's probably gonna be... Yeah, you can link their channel. It's probably gonna be buried though. I don't think I would be able to find it unless he titled it something like GameGrumps or whatever.
Paranoid. They're so fucking paranoid because of what we witnessed that it might come up at some point, so we gotta really make sure. I'm not kidding with this shit. Some of the 4chan threads, you wanna know who made them? Somebody that we actually know. People near us. People who actually did want to sabotage us and ensure no one would ever fucking listen.
Your phone number was impossible to have gotten out.
Yes.
That had to have come from somebody on the inside.
That's why when someone was trying to insist recently, the new narrative is, I think it was his stalker. No, do you know how my phone number got out? Somebody very direct that we knew did it. And I'm thinking of 3 specific people who it could have been. But honestly, at this point, I'll say I think I know exactly who it was, because they were responsible for a lot of this behind the scenes. I was getting warnings since the beginning that it was even happening. That sometimes at the office it was happening.
So someone in real life that they knew doxed them.
They were noticing that in the web history, things were getting posted and being used. Once again, it's why I was fucking taking photos of everything. I can't believe I had to fucking do that for a job. I had to take photos of literally everything before leaving the office every night. I had to take photos of every room, everything the way it was left, because we were getting blamed for that shit too, until they eventually caught who was doing it. It was so fucking frustrating being in an infinite cycle of this.
Oh my god.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. I'm not gonna go further with it now. You guys at least know. And if
yeah, Super Mega's probably involved to an extent as well, yeah. Well, not in, like, maybe not directly, but definitely they would have knowledge of this for sure.
you guys want more juicy gossip here, I'm sorry, you blew it. You had years of this that we have actually spoken about it even more openly than this. It's been a thing since the start. It never fucking went away. The only thing that changed is that people got more and more stubborn about the bullshit narrative that people came up with, insisting more and more, those guys are just weird. They're just behaving weirdly. No, but I wouldn't walk away from that. I'd love to be famous. Why are they walking away? Because we didn't ever fucking care about it. That was never the plan. It's never what we wanted to fucking do, and it was a goddamn headache when it should have been so easy. It's video games. It should have been the easiest thing ever. And
Literally, it should have been the easiest thing ever. And they're making me feel bad for fucking not knowing about, like, the details of this before. I didn't even know Julian had a page. Fuck, man.
it is so fucking sad and pathetic that behind the scenes, it is everyone acting like a coward trying to fucking cut each other down. And once again, it impacted our end too. At the very beginning, it's why I made a tweet saying, like, we're only a month in and I can't believe people are already coming up with conspiracy theories. Well, I'll confirm that one. You know who's making them? Once again, one of the people I was suspecting since the beginning, because we got confirmation later about it. They were making some of those posts. They were doing some of those things. I even caught them a year ago on one of their accounts, and I know what their account is now. It fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks.
Conspiracy theories.
And through all of this too, that's why if I was to go further with it, I know it would also just be a shutdown.
All the GameGrumps conspiracy theories congregated onto r/conspiracy grumps back in the day. So, did I spell that right? Probably not. All right. How do we search specifically in the Reddit? How do we search for posts in the Reddit? What? Isn't there a search thing? Or is it just this? Two days ago, 5 years ago. Is this the guy? I don't know. Or maybe it was posted somewhere else. I don't fucking know.
Down because people would not want to know that the people that they enjoy maybe did things like this.
Matt talked about this on a Reddit post. Matt Watson tried to hide a lawsuit for their friend stealing from them. Oh yeah, I think Super Mega would cover anything up if it benefited them. I mean, there was no reason for them to go against GameGrumps. It was all benefit for them.
That's why, once again, if you guys are listening, if the people who have felt threatened by my end witnessing these things for all of these years, if you feel threatened right now, especially that I just acknowledged, I still have everything, by the way. I'm not stupid. I remember what happened, and it's proven. There is evidence of it happening, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying these things because I'm doing this as active threat. I'm saying it as, this is why you need to shut the fuck up and leave us alone already. Knock it the fuck off. I have had the patience for you guys for this many years. I have let you guys lie about me, say whatever.
Okay, here's the thing, though. They're gonna keep pestering you because you're not releasing anything. Like, it's been 5 years. How much pestering do you need in order to, like, release it and say, fuck it? Right? I mean, this is definitely a breaking point this stream, but, like, you can't just keep saying, oh, I have this, and then never, like, it's just, they're not gonna take you seriously, bro. Yeah, I don't know much about Super Mega, honestly.
Need to shut the fuck up and leave us alone already.
But I just wouldn't be surprised if they were slimy. But I actually don't know. I don't know anything about them.
The fuck off. I have had the patience for you guys.
And I was not told anything about them either. 2 years ago, I was not told anything about them.
For this many years, I have let you guys lie about me, say whatever the fuck you wanted about me to get me hurt. I let you do whatever you wanted to do, blacklisting, whatever the fuck. I let you guys run wild with it. I'm not fucking doing this shit. I'm at least going to acknowledge what happened to me. Be thankful I'm not naming the names. Be thankful I'm not going all out, because I don't want to fucking go that far still. I don't want to be petty with this. I hate what happened to my end. I feel fucking stupid for it, but that's why time has passed. Maybe they're improving. I don't know. They don't fucking talk to me.
Oh my god. Dude, just... like, what is it gonna take for you to go all the way? Like, how much more bad shit do they need to do? How much fucking... They might be doing this shit to other people behind the scenes who's currently working for them, you know? Like, how much is it gonna need? Search JStar25 only place for the Tumblr post. Okay, I will after this. Thank you.
It's always a
Actually, I'll do it right now in another tab and then read it later. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Lemon Trashly.
The only time they talk to me is if they're going to do like some post in front of everybody else to make it look like we're still talking when we're not.
Check Twitter DMs. Okay. We have something here. I don't know when this was made, though. Like, what year? I assume it's recent. The Gummy Frog sent this to me, and this is deleted. Rant Grumps. Ding Dong revealed an incredible amount. Okay, Rant Grumps probably... They're handing out bans in the main sub for even talking about Ding Dong.
I don't want to be petty with this.
Okay. Ding Dong commented on Motorboat's post about, or Matterboard's post about the stream, stating he didn't want this to become a huge thing or attack on others. It seems he wants the stream buried, and stated Rant Grumps post was a bad summary of the stream. He stated it wasn't meant to be an attack. It was more of just to get his feelings out. I can't help but feel bad. He just wants to release his feelings. Has just become a huge drama perpetuator. See, even the good guys in the fucking Let's Play community are still just like, I don't want drama. Bro, are you serious? Okay, let's read what Matt said. So I assume this is about the stream that just happened. Lemon Trash. This was made a few days ago. The post is still up but edited. Basically, Matt had ghosted them for a year and sent 150 subs at the start of the stream randomly. Okay. This post has a lot of details on it. TLDR, he got them in a lot of shit. Doesn't make amends for it. Ghosted them and then tried to make out publicly like they were friends to cover his ass. Okay. I guess he talks about Matt, but like, does he talk about Matt in the stream? Because we should get to that first before we watch the response.
Well, there you go. There's where things are at, guys. And if you're wondering why this year specifically was such a headache, doing videos again last year was a reset button for a lot of the audience. Not to mention, I think you guys know what the state of things politically in the US is right now. I got to have some people disown me this year purely for the fact that I was gay. In fact, I got to have some people recently say things like, man, it's too bad all you're fucking doing is bringing it up constantly, making it your identity. I fucking bring it up less than anybody I know of. In fact, when people found out I was gay back at the office, it was literally months and months after working there already, and it came up because everyone was sharing photos of like cam girls, and I ended up just saying like, I mean, I wouldn't know honestly. I'm gay, so like, I'm not getting anything out of this. And it was a quick thing and everyone going, oh, okay. But then after they finished the conversation, kind of looking at me weird, and then a week passes and I'm contacted by 3 different people going, yeah, he's saying that he felt really betrayed when he found out that you were gay. But then I get to hear from someone else saying, oh yeah, that guy that just contacted you about that, he felt betrayed too that you were gay. So basically what I got to find out from everybody was, oh yeah, once they found out that you were gay, they all got really upset and angry behind the scenes for it, and now they're
2017 Game Grumps, everybody. Game Grumps office behind the scenes 2017. I don't know who this particular people are. Could be Aaron, could be Dan. There's a lot of other people that work at GameGrumps. Ninja Brian, Rubber Ross might have been there at the time. People who probably don't even have big names either, like behind the scenes workers that I don't know the names of, interns, stuff like that. But being mad that he's gay in 2017, when you're making Dream Daddy, you're literally making the game Dream Daddy, which is like a very pro-gay game about like dating daddies as a man.
They're mad at you for it. Big tournament, go! And then I got to have awkward situations like having somebody say like, hey, when I invited you by at that convention, it's not because I want to have sex with you or anything. Yeah, that's nice. What the fuck are you doing?
Why is that where your mind went?
Yeah, why is that where you went? And once again, I talked about a lot of this back at the time. You guys just didn't want to listen. And when I say you guys, if you feel like that is a direct strike at you, might be. Because I think if you weren't here for it, you wouldn't hear that and go, he's blaming me? I think you would know. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the people who also have understood the stuff and have helped us out through all this. I'm not talking about the few friends who have actually stuck by.
People who have a fucking guilty conscience have a fucking guilty conscience.
We've had at least a couple of friends. Only a couple. It is such a small number of people, but we've at least had a few people really sticking by through all of this. Some have even admitted the mistakes they made. Some are only going to do it in a private setting because, well, hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't want to get... I saw what happened to you guys. I don't want that to happen to me. But anyone who's actually been genuinely supportive or have been listening all this time, thank you. Seriously, fucking thank you. I'm glad to anyone who actually was there because... yes, I felt like I was losing my goddamn sanity through this. Because I was basically being told every step of the way why I need to hurt myself more and more and more. It all sucks. I'm sorry that this is where so much is at. I really wish on my end I could have done more. I know Julian gets to hear that from my end constantly. I still have nightmares where I get to feel guilty about the shit that I wish I could have done more. I really wish I could have done something. But I was never going to be the right person to do something. I was never going to be heard. And on my own end too, I was letting myself just accept guilt on so much shit that I wasn't going to be able to make anything happen anyways. Once again, imagine living your life this way, that you are speaking fact. You are directly bringing up real things, and on a daily basis, literally...
I don't know if it... I mean, he was in the situation more, but I feel like he has a little bit more self-doubt that isn't like... I feel like if he did come out with something, it would make a splash. I remember the Dream Daddy stuff making a bit of a splash, you know? Not like a huge splash, but if he came out with... it's just like... that's one issue, but then everything else, like... I don't know. Maybe they did say they did talk about it. I mean, we have that Julian post and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Or maybe it was just like said in front of the wrong audience or whatever. I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, I don't blame him.
Every single person you say it to insists it's not real or they tune you out. I felt like I was going nuts. It sucked. Sounds like a weird form of stealing. I mean, there was one point where I got yelled at because I was doing something and I was being told I can't do things like that. I remember being told at one point, whether I like it or not, all of this stuff is my responsibility. So that did a good job of like guilting me even harder. The idea of you can't go anywhere because whether you like it or not, people are going to associate you with all of these different people. So anything you do reflects everybody else. So therefore you can't do anything. I got told that, and not by one person. I got to be told that by like 7 different people. The idea of you can't do what you want to do because what about everyone else?
You can't associate with blah, blah, blah. It's probably like associating with JonTron or something like that.
What if they start treating us weird because you're not hanging out with us anymore? You're not acknowledging things, or you are acknowledging things like this. I should say more so acknowledging things. I can't think of anything I was gonna not acknowledge. I was trying to acknowledge everything. That's what I constantly had complaints about. Yeah, exactly right there. Was it part of a bit or something? Can I call it out? Because I'll call it out. I don't even want to be mean about this necessarily, but I'll fucking do it. I may as well just say it. And Julian, you're here too. You can say it as well because Julian has wanted. He's already acknowledged it on his stream.
I'm sorry that I'm half asleep.
It's
It probably
okay.
takes away some of the potency of it.
We didn't expect Matt to come by because Matt actually has not been communicating with me.
Okay, we have Matt stuff now. Yeah, I definitely need to check out Julian's stream. If I do a video on this, I probably should, like, try to look at everything they've ever said about it. But, I feel like it's going to be hard to find, but we'll see, we'll see. If any of you guys can help out with, you know, finding out, you know, what Julian said or what have you, that'd be great. You guys have already done such a great job with, like, archiving this and stuff like that, so.
Me for a while. Matt will only come in on occasion for, like, weird public stuff to show that we're still talking, but he rarely will ever...
Okay, basically we're watching a former employee of GameGrumps, who was a co-host on Only Plays, DingDong, and Julian, talk about their mistreatment behind the scenes in 2017, and how Julian calling out the Dream Daddy game that panders for being, like, pandering and exploitive of LGBT community, basically caused him to get doxxed by people within the GameGrumps company or someone he knew directly. I don't think he said within the GameGrumps company, but I would assume he had the GameGrumps interests at heart with that. And then, since his mom is homophobic and she found out he was gay through a dox online, that was pretty bad. And then he tried to kill himself, and then Julian stopped him. And then the day after, they went to the office, and some guy at GameGrumps was like, what if you did kill yourself, though? So that's where we're at. And now, he's going to talk about Matt Watson.
Because Julian he's already acknowledged it on his stream.
I'm sorry that I'm half asleep.
It's
It probably
okay.
takes away some of the potency of it.
We didn't expect Matt to come by because Matt actually has not been communicating with me for a while. Matt will only come in on occasion for like weird public stuff to show that we're still talking, but he rarely will ever respond to messages that I send. And on Julian's end, he hasn't even like tried to reach out to him.
Matt literally hasn't talked to me since before we left LA, right? Like,
I think so.
Probably around the Dream Daddy time.
And he was trying to make it into a thing too of like, well, it's because Julian I know is mad at me, but he's mad because he was the one that showed us the Dream Daddy build. The reason Matt has been doing this performance publicly is because he doesn't want to acknowledge what happened. And it's in the past, it's over with. But man, with all the damage it fucking did, and that every step of the way I was telling him how much this was hurting us, it's why it hurt. It hurt a lot to be in a spot like that. Matt, I'm sorry. On one end, I'm acknowledging it here publicly, but at the same time, it's in the past anyways. It already went by. You apologized to my end for it, but you also apologized behind the scenes because I know you don't want people to actually understand what had happened to you. We were even going to hang out with him in LA, and he kind of went back on a lot of it, and then I just wasn't receiving messages.
A lot of it. You're still trying to...
I know. I'm
still
trying to be friendly
cushion
about
it.
I'm trying to be friendly about it, because I don't want to fucking have a fight. That's why when he did that, it was like, come on, don't do this. You're deliberately trying to make this awkward, because you're hoping I'm not going to talk about this stuff. The reason we saw Dream Daddy is because Matt sent us the build. And a lot of the people at the office were talking to us about it too. I could go through names. One of them specifically showed me like a fucking 80-paragraph email he was going to be sending off to them and said like, yeah, so I've been listening to all these complaints too. So if you're going to be saying something on stream, here, read over this because we could probably get on the same wavelength. I had everybody coming to me one by one saying like, so if you're going to talk about it, here's what you should bring up. Matt went out for ramen with me and Chris the night before I brought it up. He insisted it didn't happen when everybody was there. Julian, you were there for it.
Yeah, physically I was there, like literally in person.
And not only that, I even remember what happened was we were getting into an argument about it because I was telling Julian, I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about this publicly because I know this is not worth it. He was getting mad because he wanted to talk about it because he said, everyone at the office is mad. Everybody's getting hurt by this. They're all coming to us because they're too scared to say something themselves. And as we were having our argument, outside the window, we could hear them coming up to the door because they just arrived. They went, hello? You guys in there? And we went, uh-oh. Hello? We shouted it out the window. They went, hey! They were at our door, so we had to drop our conversation. We went out. During that time that we went out then, on my phone, I was being sent messages of like things I should list off, things I should say. So that's why if any of it sounded out of character, it's because it was. I was trying to speak up for a lot of people there. So that's why, if you guys are wondering about that one with Matt doing all the subscriptions, it's why Matt, seriously, contact me back. I'm refunding you on those. I'm mad that you also did them as subscriptions because that makes this harder. That means Twitch gets that money, so I'm just going to be paying you money out of my pocket, but I don't care. I don't like that you did that. I wish we could have been friends. I'll say that too with Matt. I guess that's why I'm still trying to be sort of friendly about this.
So, Matt sent him the Dream Daddy build knowing it would cause issues. Like, look at this stupid shit. What, isn't that like a good thing, though, that he sent him the Dream Daddy build? It was just everyone else's actions that were bad. I'm not, like, really... Or maybe he's mad that Matt was, like, trying to coach him on what to say, and he didn't come out publicly about it. I don't know. I'm not really seeing... Maybe I'm misunderstanding. I'm not sure.
Even though, at the same time, it's kind of hard to.
It's very quiet compared to your voice. Really? Okay. I didn't know that.
I would have liked to have been friends with Matt. Julian watched. I was very desperate. I kept laying down and doing these things of being apologetic when I shouldn't have been because I was just so desperate to be able to go back to hanging out again. They blew us off for a solid year. When they said they weren't going to. They blew us off for a solid year in LA after this happened. And afterwards, when I talked to them finally about it, I finally got to have Matt acknowledge that, yes, he was doing that because he didn't want to get in trouble himself. He said he at least admitted later on to, like, Aaron about everything that, yes, he did.
Which kind of makes sense considering how much GameGrumps was helping Super Meg at the time.
Show us it. Yes, he told us about it. And once again, you guys wouldn't know any of this, would you? Because this was completely behind the scenes. The only thing that was up front in public was that we initially said something, and it got to be bizarre and weird, which is why for so many years you guys were insisting, I guess these guys are just weird, and they just do things to be erratic. No, it's because people were just trying to cover this up the entire time. The reason that people were even trying to like keep us happy was just so we wouldn't say anything. Once again, half the people we knew were paranoid about anything ever coming out about the things they were doing behind the scenes. That's why, Matt, I would have liked to have been friends. I would have liked to have hung out. That LA trip for me was kind of the final confirmation of you're too prioritizing like of your work, that you're not going to listen to us. What's important for you is kind of the public appearance and not actually being there as friends. And that's too bad, because I can't do that. I can't be friends with a character. I'm sorry it had to be this way, because if you didn't do that, Matt, I actually wouldn't have brought this up this way. But yeah, the 150 subscriptions, I think it was sort of a performative thing to go alongside that. I haven't heard from him in a couple of months now. Not that I haven't tried. I reached out to him. He just didn't respond. When we were in LA, he wanted to hang out, and I told him where we were. I said, just send me a message whenever you can hang out. Never even sent a message. So that's why, even with that, it's a frustrating thing. And the thing is, I understand it too, because he's busy with work. That's what he's prioritizing. But that's why on my own end, I don't really want to prioritize that for myself. I already got hurt by this, and I'm not being shown that anything's going to go any differently here. So I don't want to be a part of it. But yeah, sorry, I didn't want to necessarily give that context, but it's true. People are coming in saying like, so are the 150 subs a bit? You know what I'll say about all these bits? The same thing I said earlier. Early on when we were doing stuff, I remember when, I'm not saying one or two people, a ton of people, wanted to stage having a big fake fight. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I thought it was a joke. But what I had to realize afterwards was, I get why we're doing this. We're having a fake fight, so whenever we have a real fight, nobody can tell the difference. And that's why somebody would come in and see that and go, oh, I guess the 150 subscriptions were like a bit. It was like a comedy bit. No, it was awkwardness is what it was. That's what that was. I'm sorry, Matt. I am. I didn't want to put you on the spot like this. I really didn't. Tournament, go! But once again, you kind of did it to yourself by hopping in here. I would have liked to have been friends, and there was just no way I think this was ever going to work. And it goes for a lot of this. I feel bad for a lot of it still, because it's like, I didn't want this all to go this way. If you guys are wondering why I still had all that guilt, it's because of feelings like that, where it's like, I don't want this to go wrong. I mean, they're mad at me. And if they're mad at me, that means I'm doing something bad. When in most cases, it's, they're mad at you because you're acknowledging how they're hurting you.
Dude, I get that so much. I fucking get that so much, dude.
If you want these things to work out, they expect you to lay down and shut up and just keep getting yourself hurt. And that's why with this one, at least on Matt's end, he hasn't done anything like heinous since any of that happened. I'm still very disappointed that he's putting on a show publicly.
Part of the reason why certain creators don't want to talk to me that are bigger and I just haven't schmoozed my way up the ladder is because I do defend myself when I get fucked over. Like with Pokimane or whatever, I could have easily just been sucking up to her and, you know, maybe been in an Among Us game with her during the Among Us stuff and like been a big streamer or something like that, but no.
About it. I'm mad that he couldn't even acknowledge to people that he did that, but I get it. It's because he wanted to save himself. That's why I said he wasn't the only one. Literally everybody that told us to speak up about it threw us under at the time. Everyone. Literally everyone. Julian, you could say that too, right? I can't think of anybody. I can't think of a single soul.
No, even the one who showed you his big email turned out he didn't end up sending it.
Yep, he didn't even send it. He was just trying to get me to say something. It was a disaster internally. And if you guys are wondering why some of them were starting to make nice publicly with me, it's because I just accepted all the fault for it. And they kind of went, all right, well, he's had his power taken away from him, so I guess he's safe now. I guess we can act like things are all right. Well, yeah, the damage was done, and it fucking sucked, because the damage was done. I'm not kidding, we are blacklisted in a few places now after all of this shit. I got to see messages that they were going around and trying to do stuff behind the scenes. And when I say they, not talking about Matt here. Talking about lots of just other people. Even surprisingly, someone I knew prior from game work, like a project I was working on. But yeah, we've been blacklisted heavily. We got sabotaged left and right after all of this. It's why our viability is like nothing. We have like no chance at anything. I shouldn't say that. I always tell Julian he does. Because people always lump this onto my end. Even if a lot of this was his own feelings and I was trying to be there for him, a lot of people have lumped this exclusively onto my end. So I know on my end, things are pretty much fucked. No matter what I do or what I make or no matter what I say, it's not going to matter from this point forward. Until the end of time. Well, not end of time. So I'm gone.
Until your death.
Yes. Which we even talked about this. Julian has an audio recording on his phone. I gave him permission that when I die, he's fine to just say everything. So anyone who was racing for me to also have my health fail so I die so I never say anything, there's a warning to you guys too. If you're hoping that meant the truth would die with me, no, it won't. It'll be right out there. So, yeah, if you're hoping that I was going to kill myself a few years back, oops, miscalculation, oopsies.
Guess what, fellas? I am not as nice as DingDong is.
It's true, you're not. Even here right now, I'm trying to be friendly still. I'm still trying to have a little bit of middle ground going.
I will have no mercy.
He was so excited when I gave him the permission that he said, I am not going to let them fucking forget any of this. And I told him, I wouldn't be happy about that, obviously. I don't want to be vengeful in any way about this. It's why this whole thing has sucked for me. I hate being in this position to begin with. I fucking hate that this whole time all I was trying to do was help people out. It's why I spoke up about it. It fucking sucks when a bunch of people are yanking you around telling you to say something because it's helping them, and then they get mad at you for doing exactly what they told you to do. It blows. Why would anyone wish suicide upon anyone? Because it could benefit them. That was the story I just told earlier. It wasn't even specifically the idea of you should commit suicide. I had just attempted it. Literally, like, I'd say maybe just a few, maybe 10 hours, 11 hours prior. It was pretty recent that I had just attempted it. I brought it up to them, and that was the first thing they thought to respond with was, yeah, but wouldn't it be funny though if somebody did leave a note? Because, like, if you blamed, like, them for it, if you blamed, like, these two people, you said, like, Aaron and Susie on that note, then, like, everybody would hate them and they'd be, like, ruined. It wasn't a joke. It was about viability. okay, so now that you spoke up, no one's ever going to listen to you two again, but hey, if you killed yourself because of them, man, that would be a pretty powerful tool, wouldn't it? That'd be great. Yeah, your viability in life has run out. You fucking suck now, but hey, if you died,
I can still squeeze a bit of use out of you.
I'm trying not to cry.
Jesus. Okay, let's look at Matt's response here. Hey guys, Matt. Wait, whoa. Let me zoom it in a little bit for the stream. Move me over. Hey guys, Matt here. There's a lot more behind the scenes that isn't known that paints a fuller picture, but I don't want to get into it as there's really no point. Here's what I'll say. The bottom line is that I was younger in a new career, and I definitely mishandled this. Okay, how old is fucking Matt Watson? "26, 5 years ago he would be 20. I guess it's kind of young. I don't know. Still not fucking young enough to be, still not young enough to be that stupid, in my opinion. But whatever. I definitely mishandled the situation. We had a falling out, but I've since rekindled my relationship with DingDong. Well, apparently haven't talked for a year. And we've had extensive talks over the years and made up. Gifting subs was not an attempt to win him over, as I do that to most of my streamer friends the exact same way. If we were on bad terms, gifting subs isn't something you'd see me do. Also, I want to clarify it was 150 subs, not 750 as the post says. I did this prior to DingDong even bringing any of this up. Ghosting him when he was in town was never the case either. We made tentative plans to hang out and tried to, but things came up. I was prepping for tour and backlogging and got busy. I had other commitments some of the nights, and it just didn't work out. My own time management issues are to blame, and not a deeper friendship thing. Mentioning him on our podcast and show was genuinely out of wanting to hopefully collab in the future, and mentioning things like how good they were at video games. What? I should have reached out and asked instead. But I guess in my mind I figured mentioning the possibility wasn't a bad thing, as it was just another fleeting thought on the podcast. Granted, there were times when we weren't talking much, but I never saw that as weird. And maybe that's just my own perspective, and it was weird. At the time of the Dream Daddy stuff, I realized I messed up and was scared of being fired from my job at GameGrumps and ended up making mistakes I wish I could change. After the fact, I even told Aaron that I was the one who shared the beta copy of the game, and recognized that it was shitty. I was in an all-around shitter and more bitter early 20s mindset back then, and I'm not proud of it. I owned up to my mistakes, apologized, and talked through it with DingDong. And now, being as busy as I am and living in different cities, we talk when we get the chance, and things have been smooth for a long time. I've always been supportive of the two of them, and that's genuine. Albeit, I haven't spoke with Julian in a while. They are my friends, and I hate for people to twist my support and donations into buying silence or something. This stream kind of threw me for a loop, honestly. But I know he's had this on his chest for a long time, and I hope he feels more at peace getting it out. Okay, so this is like deleted? Okay, it was in the Super Mega subreddit. Wait. Super Mega Show. Matt Watson. And the post is called Not a Bit. New. Not a bit. Yeah. Well, it's probably like about a week ago, right? Because this happened a week ago. It's edited. Yeah, I want to see the edits. not a bit. What? Why is there only... What? Where's the post? By Lava Meteor? Is the post just gone? Okay, he deleted his post, or it got removed or something, because it's literally not here. It's right there? Where? Am I stupid? There was one that said not a bit, but it wasn't like the actual... I guess the post is deleted. Fuck.
I feel fucking weak for that. It should be making me almost getting to the verge of tears, but I still hate that it happened. And I was supposed to pretend that didn't happen. I was supposed to act like that was fine. What a night. And that's why if you guys are going to start getting mad at Matt, don't. I'm disappointed in him, but that's why I was even being a little bit gentle here. I'm disappointed, but I get it. He cares about his brand. He cares about viability. Business is a focus for him. And a lot of these people, it's what they're trying to prioritize. They handle socializing totally different. I don't fit into any of that, whatever. I know in some kind of bizarre way I don't understand Matt's still kind of trying to be a friend, but I also know it's more towards like creative work and like public image than it is about interacting heavily, because we don't. I tried to. Even this year, I got excited about it. The LA trip, we thought we were going to go hang out with him, and it didn't happen at all. Matt is like the lesser end of this, and that's what I at least want you guys to know. But I also would want you to know that with all the absurd shit you've been hearing, also keep that in mind. Yes, it was bad that that happened. I'm mad that that happened. I'm mad.
But that it's like the least offensive thing.
Yes, it's the least offensive out of any of it. And at least on Ryan's end, I'm not mad at Ryan. Ryan was direct with me the whole time, which I really appreciate. I'm glad he was. He very directly told me, I think everyone is going to overreact if you guys say something about it. It's not fair, but they're probably going to. I don't want to go back to working a shitty job. I'm fine where I'm at right now, and I would hate to lose this just because of something like this. I hope you guys can at least consider if this is even really worth it or not.
Sent me the link on Twitter. Alright. Let's see. I need to go to my mentions. My mentions are so fucked, it only shows... I don't know. I don't see it, dude. Okay.
Because it's what I even told Ryan was, I don't personally think it is. I think this game is going to be totally irrelevant in a few months anyways. If anything, if we say something, that's what's going to give it relevancy. I don't necessarily think it is.
Okay. Alright. It's all good. I got it. Thank you. Post by deleted. Okay, so the post was deleted. That's why I couldn't find it. Oh, he added stuff to it. He didn't take away. Or did he take stuff away? Oh, he took away the part where he's like, I was younger and shit. Convoluted personal details. Ah, okay. So the edit wasn't really that major. Okay.
Is worth it. But Julian, for good reason, was getting upset about it because when you have everybody in this office telling you they're miserable, not exaggerating, nearly everybody there on a daily basis telling us how miserable they are because this is being prioritized above everybody else, yeah, it makes you feel like shit. It makes you want to do something to help. I'm disappointed with Matt's end on all of this. It's out there now, but that's what I'd also say is it's been out there. Julian actually mentioned it like a year ago. Just nobody listened because once again, nobody's been listening to us this whole time. But that's why I'm at Matt's end. Matt, if you're upset that I just put it out there, keep in mind it has been out there, and that's why it didn't impact you.
No, I was
it doesn't matter.
Talking about it like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
How much to cut my hair on stream? 10K.
It literally does not matter. It never did. You could have just been open about it. You didn't have to be the way you were about it. I'm disappointed you were, but yeah, it never mattered. People weren't going to listen anyways. Matt, if you even acknowledged it, I bet they wouldn't even believe you. I bet they would have been like, yeah, right, they did it, come on, it was all them. I bet that would have happened. But that's why I'm telling you guys, you don't have to go hard on him for it. I'm disappointed in it, but it happened. And whatever, it happened. That's why this thing here on stream was kind of awkward, because it's a thing of like, no, this weird public performance thing about awkward, distant, vague from...
Big tournament golf is... That intro is just going to be directly connected to this for the rest of my life.
This is not going to cut it here tonight. And once again, Matt, tell me
how much to shave the beard? $200.
What you spent on those subscriptions, I'll refund them to you. I wish you hadn't done that. It's why I even said earlier on stream, like, I'm gonna have to refund that 150 subscriptions. How much money is that? I don't even know if we have that much money.
It's $5 per, so.
I'm gonna have to see how much that is. I don't know if we do. We might not have that much money in the bank to refund that. And because it was subscriptions, that makes it harder. But yeah, I don't want you guys to go after him. And that's why, Matt, even if you're upset about me saying something with this, at least no, I don't want people to go after you. I'm just somebody who can't fucking deal with this shit anymore. I can't do the lying. I never could. I'm gonna be honest about it. Because ultimately, it still impacts our end more than it impacts yours. We're the ones that decided to go and, say what we did. But yeah, once again, if you guys want to keep spreading a public narrative that we had people defending us, we did not. We did not at all. Not one bit. Once again, the day after the suicide attempt, I seriously was even being pushed towards doing it. That it would be more viable for me to be dead than it would be for me to be alive. I wish I was kidding about that. It's okay, I've been told over and over again, really, that didn't happen. Too bad Julian was there for it. Too bad it fucking did. It's really hard to gaslight someone when you have someone else there to have witnessed all of it. I'm kind of thankful for that. Julian and I did set a rule for ourselves early on. We wanted to do everything together. And I'm kind of glad we did do this together, even though ultimately it was so miserable.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it together because by being there together, we were both able to perceive it and witness all of it. If it was just one of us, I bet I would have gone insane legitimately. I think I would have. I had people denying things like literally hours after they would happen sometimes. I probably would have gone insane if Julian was not here.
Why does he keep resetting the game? Like, what?
Misfit, it's why I don't know if I even want to phrase it as faking it. I think in his own way that is him thinking he's making up for a lot. But once again, he's just too lost in work. It's just going to make this too difficult. I've tried to have conversations with him about it before, but last time I did, he kept doing a thing going, yeah, awesome, cool, dude.
Are you in Blaze to some P3? No, I'm not in the Turkey Tom Minecraft collab.
Like, thanks, you're not even listening.
I remember.
Fucking chaotic stream, huh? And guys, I'm sorry about everyone who got gifted a sub. I'm gonna have to figure that one out with Matt. And once again, Matt, I know you're probably gonna be really mad. But, I mean, you were mad even back at the time when technically you were the one that gave us the build to begin with. Now you're gonna get mad about it that I said what happened. I know you were hoping for probably the end of time, I imagine, that you didn't want anybody to know any of that. But at the same time, too, this shit's gotten too performative. I'm going to have to force some realism into your life here if you're not going to allow for it. You're not going to listen to us when we try to talk to you. You're not going to acknowledge this for how severe it was. I'm sorry, once again, that this is out here publicly, but it's also why I said, too, Julian's already acknowledged it years ago.
Dude's been doxxed, outed, disowned, and blacklisted. Yeah, just for saying that their Dream Daddy game was pandering and exploitative of LGBT community. Literally, that's
it. You sent it to us publicly. It didn't matter. So if you're gonna do a thing of, oh, my career's ruined, nobody.
Although they probably would have been treated like shit regardless of that.
Yeah, it's just not gonna matter.
Nobody gives a flying fuck. If anything, people are gonna be mad at us for it, so don't worry about it, Matt. But I do want to get you your money back on that, Matt. I do want to get you your money back on that.
That was a lot to listen to. Holy shit. I could read out this Julian thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on this stream. I mean, everything he said there was important, but that was a lot. I mean, that was like an hour. That was a lot to take in. And that's coming from this perspective of someone who kind of knew the back-end dealings of them a little bit. Without the suicide shit. Fuck, man. Holy fuck. Jesus. Wow. Okay. So Aaron Hansen. Well, we don't know if it's Aaron. It's probably Aaron or like someone. Yes, he's talking about the GameGrumps crew from 2017. So yes, they have always been this bad. Maybe not before 2017. Maybe like at the very beginning or something. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, the GameGrumps are a piece of shit, man. They really are. Aaron more so than Danny, but still, both of them. Yeah, peaked when JonTron was saying N-word on GameGrumps, true. Who's so Yanni? Yo, thank you for the $20. Yeah, no problem. It was interesting to me, too. And I'll think about making a video on it, but there's a lot of behind-the-scenes things I need to get. Or there's a lot, not behind-the-scenes, but there's a lot of research I need to do. I need to look for Julian streams. I need to look at the Julian in a post, Tumblr post. And then I gotta cut it all down into something way more compact. Maybe just hit the suicide stuff. Yeah, maybe tunnel in on just the suicide stuff, because there's all the other stuff, but like it's so much that like, yeah, I would just need to focus on one aspect of it. Will the GameGrumps people shit on me? Are the GameGrumps fans? Aren't they pro? I don't know. I don't know. I'll just say it's an allegation. I won't say it definitively. It is an allegation, but it's one I believe, so. But it doesn't matter if I believe it. Yeah, dude. JonTron's great. All right. We're going to play games for maybe about 40 minutes, and I might get off a good 3-hour stream. I'm kind of tired for some reason. I might go take a nap and then figure out what I'm going to do with this this GameGrumps stuff. I mean, it did happen 7 days ago, so I don't need to rush it out, which is good because then I can do my proper research on it, right? Why isn't my controller charging properly? What? My controller's plugged into my computer, but it's not charging. It's gonna just crap out on me, man. Fuck. Why isn't it charging? I have no fucking clue. Susan and Brian tweeted about the what happened too. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, yeah, I'll look that up after. I'll look that up later. I'll look that up later. Jesus, that's kind of a lot to take in. Suicide's pretty serious. I feel like even if you're like a shitty like businessman, shitty like I'm gonna prioritize like content over friendship or whatever, like that would be like one of the things that you would make an exception for, right? Like, wait, I don't know if like I need to bring back We're enemies. I'll bring back a couple and see if it increases the gold. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm tired. I'm gonna get the rest of my energy drink, and I'm gonna find a way to like charge this controller a bit. I'll be back. I'm back. Guys, in my head, I'm formulating the most crazy thumbnails and titles for the situation. Because obviously, you gotta think about that. Would it be insensitive if I just titled the video, GameGrumps tells employee to KYS? And then it's just like a thumbnail of Aaron being like, yelling, "Kill yourself!" Like just like a little, like Aaron yelling in the text KYS, explanation point. That is a nuclear title. It's real though, it's real. GameGrumps tells employee to KYS. Is the suicide thing public for the first time now? Because I feel like I would feel bad if like the suicide thing wasn't public. It was like public before and now I'm only paying attention to it. I mean, this has to be the first time they actually talked about something because, I mean, people are bringing it up now. I don't know. Very volatile title. I mean, GameGrumps tells employee to KYS. I mean, it's true. It's not like I'm ever gonna fucking get on Guest Grumps or something. It's not like I ever need to be in Eoraptor's good graces. I mean, I can't even get onto Turkey Tom's Minecraft thing. You think I can get onto fucking GameGrumps? And I wouldn't even want to be on GameGrumps anyways. Like, what clout is that gonna give me? Even if it did give me clout, like, bruh, this is more important. Yo, what's up, Leia something? You know what? Commentary community tells everyone to KYS? Yeah, but the context is a little different. You don't tell people to... Actually, I don't think I ever tell people... Well, actually, I told Edwin to KYS, but...